to 98.5, the Sports Hub. Station. This is Star Market Celtics Tonight. Download the Star Market Deals and Delivery app today.
Jalen forces it up over C. No! He tied it! He did it! Jalen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, three in the air. Got it!
Big boy step up at the right time, man.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Your New England Ford dealers, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, and by Ticketmaster.
Pritchard shovel back to Porzingis. Having a trail three. Got it! Boston by 14. Kyrie forces one out. Blocked by Porzingis again. Pritchard, half court. It's in the air.
Go!
He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again!
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, VA New England, Town Fair Tire, Kia North Danvers, Brex, FindMassMoney.gov, Corona, NetSuite by Oracle, your New England Honda dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Now, here's Sean Granty and Cedric Maxwell.
At the Garden, where tonight sandwiched in between the primetime showdown with the Lakers and Wednesday night's rematch with the dominant Thunder, the dreaded game in between. First meeting of the year between the Celtics and Walker Kessler and the lottery-bound Utah Jazz. Away we go. Thanks for finding us on a Monday night. I'm Sean Grady. Cedric Maxwell joins us shortly, and what he does coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in the NBA. Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. The Kristaps Porzingis illness that is starting to raise questions. We'll get you the latest. Jason Tatum, just as we speculated, Saturday landed on the injury report today. We'll get you up to date on that. Plus all the injuries the Jazz are dealing with as we break down this first meeting. They have overachieved the first 2 years under Will Hardy, but the plan has been less than subtle this year, and they have executed their plan, if not their game plans, flawlessly. Who is a keeper on this long-term, crazy young roster on this ride back to relevance in the NBA? We'll explore that. We'll take our trip around the NBA. 14 straight for the Cavs. Another step towards the MVP for SGA. And 6 years after hitting one of the most memorable shots in NBA history, Kawhi Leonard gets another buzzer-beating bounce.
Leonard for the shoot. Kawhi for the win.
We'll check in with the head coach, Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah, I mean, I think I really learned that from year one, where like it really doesn't matter. And, you know, you could think something's good for you, and you won't know until it happens. You could think something's bad for you, and it ends up being better.
But coming up next, hype, hope, and some crazy ticket prices as the Celtics and Lakers played out the latest chapter Saturday night. The LeBron-Luka duo has gotten all the love and all the raves last month. Saturday night, they were reminded which NBA tag team currently holds the belts. We'll look back. Jalen backs it out. He's near half court. Jalen, pull up on Luka. Straightaway three. Got it. What an answer. 30 for Luka, 29 for Jalen Brown. Boston by 7. It's all coming up and more as we count you down to the penultimate game of the season's ultimate homestand. First meeting of the year for the Celtics and the Utah Jazz. Bottom of the hour on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Sasha hated sand, the way it stuck to things for weeks. So when Maddie shared a surf trip on Expedia Trip Planner, he hesitated. Then he added a hotel with a cliffside pool to the plan, and they both spent the week in the water. You were made to follow your whims. We were made to help find a place on the beach with a pool and a waterfall and a soaking tub and, of course, a great shower. Expedia, made to travel.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
If you don't know about flyer deals on Instacart, this message is for you. Flyer deals are like strolling through your favorite store looking for deals. But you're scrolling your phone. And maybe you're in bed. Because getting delivery doesn't mean you have to miss deals like you'd get at the store. Like the one creamer that doesn't make your stomach hurt. Or the pasta sauce you can't not buy when it's on sale. So download the Instacart app, shop flyers, and never miss a deal on one of your favorites. Plus, get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Instacart. We're here.
Think superfood antioxidants are important? Then get them every day the easy way in your Nature's Way Alive multivitamin. Now with a superfood antioxidant powder blend with 10 milligrams polyphenols per serving. Find Alive multivitamins at your local store.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Continue to build our habits, though. We're not where they are. It's a defending champion. And they've been playing basketball together for a long time, and they got a great chemistry and know what they want to do. We made an acquisition late in the season, and we're still trying to build. And, we want to get full. That's the number one objective for us, how we can get full and get all our guys together and see exactly what we look like. So, we feel like we compete versus anybody.
That was the King at TD Garden after the game Saturday night when the Celtics beat the Lakers, talking about where the Lakers are and where everybody wants to be, which is where the Celtics are right now. Welcome back to Shaw's and Star Market. Celtics tonight, I believe, not my first day doing this. What was it as Jason Tatum kept playing and playing and playing on Saturday night?
Yeah.
What was it that I suggested may happen on Monday?
Yeah, wouldn't see him.
Yeah, we would not see him.
Well, you see him, but he's not going to be in the uniform.
Jason Tatum is not going to play tonight. Neither will Al Horford, who was unbelievable in the game on Saturday night. And Kristaps Porzingis remains out. And you can answer this question, Mac. You know what? Let's just do it right now because everybody's talking about it. When does this become a thing? Is it getting weird now?
Already have.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear non-COVID injury or sickness, and you start wondering that. And people are wondering out loud. And you see him warm up for a game, and then he doesn't play. Understand it's their decision and his decision, but people on the street are always asking me, what's going on? I don't know. I have no idea. I go to the game. If he's not playing, he's not playing.
The tipping point clearly for fans was when you don't play against the Lakers, which in the olden days, your arm had to be disconnected from the socket to not play against the Lakers. And even then, you'd be listed as questionable. That obviously was the tipping point. But no Porzingis, no Horford, no Tatum for the Celtics. Utah, Lauri Markkanen not ready to come back in this game. But John Collins, who's been arguably in many ways their best player this year, is going to play. Clearly, Utah is going for it tonight. They sat Walker Kessler last night in Philadelphia. If Utah is going to go for one game the rest of the year, it's going to be this one here tonight. And we will, before we look ahead to it, though, we will look back. Previous game recap brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code SportsUp. That's code SportsUp for new customers. Get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. It was Celtics. It was Lakers. There was a chance for LA to come in here and sweep the season series from the Celtics for the first time in 11 years, but with all the attention surrounding 40-year-old LeBron James, it was another old man that stole the show. You know what the uniforms look like tonight. The Boston Celtics in the home white with green letters and numbers, like Bill Russell and Larry Bird wore. The LA Lakers wearing the road purple with yellow trim, black down the sides, like Elgin Baylor and Jerry West and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson wore. They will go right to left. Al Horford will jump it against Jared Vanderbilt. And the latest chapter in one that has turned the page, a rivalry between the Celtics and Lakers, is underway. Jason Tatum, drop step, blows by Reeves, flies in for a two-hand slam. Reeves was just praying there was going to be help waiting at the rim. There was not.
There was help. The rim.
And we know Jackson Hayes for L.A. tonight. Tatum, watched by LeBron James. Switches to the left hand. Tatum drives, bounce pass for Horford. He's got it. Gobbles it up, throws it back out to the wing where Jaylen Brown sticks it through.
They're going to dare you to take the three. You come back, you knock it down.
17-12, Celtics within 5. Luka puts it in the right hand, can't get past Jaylen, and punches the ball away and has a steal, 2-on-1. Running with Al Horford, he finds the old man who flies in for the two-hand slam. Tie game.
Getting up on Luka, put the defense on him. That's how knock that basketball away. Good quick steal, and Al Horford running the passing lane.
LeBron's not the only AARP dude out here tonight. Bounces a couple of times, loose on the floor. LeBron pounces on it, falls away, throws it off the window and in. Score and the foul. Age 40.
Now coming up with the rebound. Had a chance to get that rebound.
52-51. LA by one. Steal. Jaylen Brown pulls it away from Luka. Goes the distance. Violent two-hand slam. And the Celtics have regained the lead.
Wow.
This is good stuff right now. This has got some people dreaming about what's possible 3 months from now. 53-52. One dribble in on Al Horford. He's at the elbow. Spins left side. Floats it up. No good. Rebound Tatum. 6 seconds to go. Tatum up the middle of the floor looking around for an option. Switches to the right hand. He's going to attack it. Fly through the air. Slam it home with 2 hands. High five at courtside and give Boston a 4-point lead at halftime.
Ooh, show them who you are. They ain't like us. They ain't like us.
Tatum up the middle of the floor. Angles to his left. Throws back to Horford. Touches into the corner where Jaylen Brown is wide open for 3.
But they are hunting. They're hunting Al, but it's not working.
22-2 is the Boston run. Celtics can hold for the final shot here as the ball comes in. Horford puts it in the hands of Tatum. It looks back to Joe Mazzulla for the play call with 9 seconds remaining and a monster third quarter here for the Celtics. The Lakers have 13 points in the quarter. Tatum pull up 3 is good. Wow. Into the front court, push pass into the corner. Finney-Smith, return to LeBron James. Long cross court into the hands of Reeves. Reeves pull up on Holiday, sticks a 3. And the Laker fans, for the first time in about an hour and a half, starting to make some noise. 14-2, LA run. Boston lead is down to 9. Jaylen Brown against Luka Doncic. She's thinking about pulling up for the 3 instead. Couple of dribbles. Shot clock down to 6. Jaylen backs it out. He's near half court. Jaylen pull up on Luka. Straightaway 3. Got it. What an answer. 30 for Luka, 29 for Jaylen Brown. Boston by 7. Derek White, bounce pass for Jaylen Brown. Deep on the right side against Luka. Jaylen dribbling between his legs. Here's the step back. 3 is in the air. It's going to be short. Air ball. Derek White hustles to save it. Enters it back into Holiday. Kick out. Tatum open. 3. Got it.
Give Derek White credit. He saved the day.
That may be the dagger. Celtics by 10. Celtics will take the shot clock violation. Celtics have gone 11 years without getting swept in a season series by the Lakers. That will continue as this night does exactly what it was intended to do. Whet the appetite about an impossible dream 3 months from now. But tonight belongs to Jason Tatum and the Celtics. The final score, Boston 111, LA 101. Entering December, there have been 3 games in Celtics history of 40 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. John Havlicek did it in 1968. Larry Bird did it in 86. He did it in 92. 3 times in franchise history. Jason Tatum has now done it 3 times in the last 11 weeks, including twice on this homestand. Just tune in. This is essentially all we are tonight.
Chief doesn't know it.
Come on now. We are the pregame show. The Celtic City, the one you're referencing, the idea that Robert Parrish didn't help out intentionally, didn't help Larry in the fight with Dr. J.
I did.
I know he said it, but you're ahead of the world.
That's okay.
Okay, but you and I.
So they call previews.
So but that's episode 5. You can't jump ahead. Tonight is episode 2 of Celtic City, so it's going to be the 60s and winning all the championships and Bill Russell. And it was fascinating to me. The most amazing thing I didn't know was that the Celtics and Sixers met on April 4th, 1968 in the Eastern Finals, which, of course, is a date that lives in U.S. infamy because that's the day Martin Luther King was killed, and that the players all got together to decide whether or not to play, and they decided to play in part to keep the fans from all canceling a game and sending out a mad group of fans in a potential riot situation. And the irony is that right here where we are sitting on the site of the old Boston Garden, James Brown was performing that night, and he kept performing because he didn't want fans to go out.
They show that in Get Up in this and Get On Up in this movie about James Brown. He talked about being in Boston, and he said, "Do you want me to send these people home now, all wired up, or you want me to send them home happy?"
Pretty wise man, obviously, as we know, on a variety of levels. All right, Celtics Again, that's Celtic City. Episode 2 is tonight, obviously on HBO and your family of networks. It's released. Everybody is getting annoyed because they want to see the whole thing. It's not streaming yet. You got to watch one episode at a time, and this is the second of 9 consecutive weeks.
Let me give you a clue. Bypass 4 and 5. I didn't look too good.
You didn't see. First of all, you haven't seen 4 yet.
I've seen all of them.
Well, 4 is the one where you are really the star. That's 81 with the winning the MVP of the finals.
You must not know about bootleg tapes. So I
have it. I have it right here. But we can aim our camera at my laptop. We can all watch the bootleg version together. All right. Meanwhile, again, just joining us, no Porzingis, no Horford, no Jason Tatum for the Celtics tonight against Utah. It worked out pretty well. Obviously, last week, Wednesday night, when they had the Derek White, Peyton Pritchard game, Peyton Pritchard will again come off the bench. Luke Cornett and Sam Hauser will start in their place. And the Utah Jazz are doing what the Utah Jazz were built to do, which is lose games this year. They are 15-49. They are in the Cooper flag hunt. They have a legitimate shot. They're battling right now with Washington and Charlotte to have the worst record in the NBA. But with John Collins coming back tonight, he's been their best net rating player, their best plus-minus player. Walker Kessler resting last night after coming off the 25-rebound, 8-block game. I know they don't have Lauri Markkanen, who is their best player, but it feels like they're going for it tonight.
Well, opportunity is going to be there because, you're talking about rested players and looking at situations you want to be in. Obviously, you think that they're going to play hard. They want to play long. I think that's what you want if you just want legitimate effort. You want guys to come out and just play hard.
So fascinating to me, one of the storylines here with Will Hardy coming back in as coach of the Utah Jazz. You and I talked to Al Horford last week, and I reminded him about the year in OKC, about how 4 years ago he was just sent home by the Thunder. He was as far from the center of the NBA as you can be. Saturday night here on ABC, he is guarding well LeBron James and Luka Doncic. They kept hunting 38-year-old Al, and they got 28-year-old Al instead, and he was brilliant in that game defensively. Talk about sliding doors and the road not taken. 3 years ago, Joe Mazzulla and Will Hardy from the Boston staff both interview for the Utah job. Will Hardy gets the job instead of Joe Mazzulla. If Will Hardy had been here when everything happens with Ime, Will Hardy's the head coach here. If Joe Mazzulla gets the Utah job, Will Hardy is the head coach here. Will Hardy comes in here tonight with 15 wins. Last spring, Joe won 16 and a championship. It's crazy how easily these two spots could have been
Well, this is really just about life. What is it? How far away you remove from this, remove from that. I think that's one of those opportunities, again, that you look at guys and how they play and what they do and understand that, it is that kind of world we're in now, where you are separated by just the smallest thing could change your life.
And you probably get less money in the stock market than you had this morning. Wow. Speaking of being in the market, if you're in the market for a new home this spring, log on every Tuesday at 6 p.m. for CSP's Tuesday Key to Home Ownership. Register at ClintonSavings.com, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender. Max's player to bank on tonight.
I go Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown, and I told him today, I said, when you play these big games, or the game before.
By the way, the game after.
Yeah, but the game that he played before, I thought, I told him, I said, you know what, you are that straw that stirs that drink. And when he's mean like that, I like it. What kind of attitude does he come out? And this is, you've always talked about me and other people. I always say, these are tough games for me to play because the opponent that you play isn't the opponent that the big-time opponents.
Of all of the games this year, we talked about a team on the other side getting geared up to play you because you're the champs. We saw, remember, Max, in 2007, we went into San Antonio against a team that was going to win the championship. One of the best teams of the decade of the 2000s was the 07 Spurs. And that Celtic team with the 18-game losing streak that was one of the worst teams in Celtics history went into San Antonio and beat them, and it was their Game 7. It was the whole year for that team. Same thing for the Jazz tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the Jazz wants to come out. They want to play hard. They want to get a win. And one thing you want to do, just want to keep things going. If you are, just have something that the guys want to live for.
Max's keys to the game, driven by your local New England Honda dealers. Contact your local New England Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Well, I think the keys to the game is going to be rebounding basketball. You just talked about a young man who can get 20 rebounds on you. You have to keep the Utah Jazz off the offensive glass.
The Jazz are basically in the bottom 5 of pretty much every key category in the NBA except one, and that is rebounding because of that dude in the middle in Walker Kessler. All right, still to come on Shawson Star Market Celtics tonight. By the way, Will Hardy's not the only connection to Joe Mazzulla on the Utah coaching staff. His brother is on the Utah coaching staff. Joe will not talk about that later on. Stay tuned for that. We're going to have some fun with it. We'll take our trip around the NBA. Some key injuries now. LeBron and Jalen Brunson affecting these two pennant races. But when we return, Joe Murray has Sports Hub headlines, and he's going to tell you why the Red Sox are going to win the American League East. Bad news in the Bronx. It's all leading to the Celtics and the Utah Jazz here at the Garden on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Blink and get more. More what, you ask? More value with smart home security at an even smarter price. More simplicity with easy install. More convenience with up to 2 years of battery life. And more connection so you can check in from anywhere. Hi, Boomer. Who's a good boy? The best part? With Blink Smart Home Security, you'll get all this without spending more. So blink and get more. To learn more, visit Amazon.com/blink.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. And turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
What makes Contour Next diabetes test strips next level? A few reasons. They're the #1 over-the-counter brand. Next, they give you highly accurate results in seconds. Next, they're more affordable than many insurance copays. Next, they're doctor recommended. And they work with all Contour Next meters. Next level diabetes testing, that's over-the-counter Contour Next test strips.
Woohoo!
Used with any Contour Next meter. And shop our new online store at www.contoureastore.com.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Well, the Patriots have been busy in free agency. Milton Williams, the big name coming over from the Eagles. Carlton Davis signing a defensive back from the Lions. Robert Spillane, linebacker from the Raiders. And Harold Landry, former Titan, signs. They also get offensive tackle Morgan Moses from the Jets. They have just signed Josh Dobbs at quarterback and Mac Hollins to a 2-year deal worth $8 million at wide receiver. They have traded today Devin Godshaw to the Saints for a 7th-round pick. Some other NFL moves: Sam Darnold to the Seahawks, Justin Fields to the Jets, Josh Sweat to the Cardinals, and the Texans have traded Laramie Tunsil to Washington. And Aaron Ekblad has been suspended 20 games for violating the NHL performance-enhancing substance program. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. Grandy and Max take you around the NBA next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hi, Cedric Maxwell. As a former professional basketball player, 2-time world champion, and calling the games at 98.5 The Sports Hub, fans know I love the Green Team. I want to share my experience with another amazing Green Team, FindMassMoney.gov. Did you know that 1 in 10 people have unclaimed property from things like an uncashed check, refund from an overpaid bill, or long-forgotten savings account? I found money, and so can you. FindMassMoney.gov is a free service from the Massachusetts State Treasury Office. Visit FindMassMoney.gov and see if you have any green waiting for you.
You ready for the Celtics season? Yeah.
If you want your kids to love something,
Big game for the Celtics tonight.
it's important to start them young. That's why Amica Insurance and the Celtic Shamrock Foundation are teaming up to improve access to early childhood education across New England so that the next generation gets the start they deserve. Amica Insurance is a proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Just in time for St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Corned beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Right now, pick up Signature Select Corned Beef Point Cut for just $1.27 a pound when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2, while supplies last. When you shop at the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. We're all Irish on St. Patrick's Day, so don't miss out on corned beef. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic, and whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. And me, Cedric Maxwell.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Celtics and the Jazz getting set to go at the Garden. No Horford, no Porzingis, no Tatum for the Celtics on our trip around the NBA. Brought to you by your Boston area Chevrolet dealers. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers too in the powerful Silverado and feature-packed all-new Equinox.
Gilgeous-Alexander handles, played by Westbrook. Pulls up, pops, leaning in, angle left three-pointer. Got it! Cha-ching the Thunder money ball. Shea with 40. 3 straight 40-plus point scoring games for the MVP.
Good guy, Matt Pino, man. He's calling a lot of amazing performances by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't want to do the hot take theater about the MVP. It felt like SGA sealed it yesterday. Who the heck knows? We got 18 games left in the season.
Well, he sure called it like it. You said the MVP? No. The assumed MVP.
Well, it feels like he is going to be after that performance yesterday. Well, that was a close game in the fourth quarter, and the Thunder did what they've done to all the elite teams and everybody. Just pull away late. It's what they did to the Celtics. 127-103, the final 40 for SGA. And, of course, those two teams will rematch tonight. And then the Thunder will fly to Boston tomorrow. And if Saturday night was big from a sex appeal standpoint with Celtics and Lakers, this is as big a game left in the NBA regular season on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'll totally agree. I think that with the way they're playing right now, Celtics need to send a message like, who the daddy is.
Meanwhile, if you missed it, it was 6 years ago, Kawhi Leonard hit one of the most iconic shots in NBA history, getting that friendly bounce to beat Philadelphia and win Game 7 in Toronto. Guess what happened last night?
Leonard for the shoot. Kawhi for the win.
Yes! Hot damn! The Clippers win in overtime!
He did it again. Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers beat Sacramento. It's a big game in the Western Conference because the Clippers move into 8th now, a game and a half ahead of Sacramento. Games we're going to be watching for you tonight on the schedule. Obviously, Denver OKC is the NBA TV game. That's the national game. Trae Young is the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Atlanta hosts Philadelphia. LeBron James, a groin strain. He is out at least 2 weeks, it looks like, for L.A. That's why he didn't play the last couple of minutes of the game here on Saturday. I mentioned Atlanta because the Hawks now, statistically, Max, are the most likely opponent for the Celtics in round one.
There we go. Being down in Atlanta, you're ready for the chicken place, so the South City Kitchen.
Plus, Trae Young and Dyson Daniels and the Atlanta Hawks, all that stuff. All right, Celtics and Jazz. We got Joe Mazzulla next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
It's time to start a healthy relationship with your money. With Navigant Credit Union, there are no hidden fees, great interest rates, and support that puts you first. Make the switch today. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Looking for a higher rate of return? Clinton Savings Bank's Total Access Checking Account pays up to 4% annual percentage yield when qualifications are met. You'll have access to over 55,000 surcharge-free ATMs, and you can deposit checks with just one click on your mobile device. Their online money management tool can help you track and set up spending limits and watch your cash flow. Stop by any branch location or visit us at clintonsavings.com to open your Total Access Checking Account. Some restrictions may apply. For complete details, call 978-365-3700 or visit clintonsavings.com. Member FDIC, member DIF. Rates subject to change.
It's March matchup season at BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot, lock in your picks for this year's tournament with a sportsbook born in Vegas. Being on the sidelines is one thing. This March, get into the game with exciting state-of-the-art live tracking technology, exclusive sportsbook selections, and so much more. Sign up to catch the excitement and experience college hoops like never before with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements and rewards may vary. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
All right, Coach's Interview brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market. Download the Shaw's and Star Market Deals app and delivery app today. Save on groceries and gas. Go shop and get rewards. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Celtics. Here's Grandy with the coach.
All right, Joe Murray, thank you. Often, as I spend a lot of time preparing what we're going to talk about in this particular segment, this pride and joy of my day and of my night, and I am rarely rueful afterwards about what I could have done. But, man, I regret talking about Al before the game the other night because I should have saved it. I saw a number that somebody put out that said the number of isolation possessions that he defended Saturday night was the most in a single game since they have had tracking data on that. I don't know if that's true or not, but do they even come close to matching up with numbers you would have like that?
I didn't take a look at them, but I know that it seemed like it was definitely a focal point on what they were trying to do, and he was just tremendous. Both ends of the floor. His defense, his offense, his competitive nature. He has the ability to change a game, change the locker room, and it's just amazing that we have him.
Give me one thing that a fan would not. Obviously, the biggest thing, I think, if you turned off all the noise, and as an announcer, it pains me to say that, but if you turned off all the noise that goes connected to an NBA game and you could only hear the players on the floor, not the crowd, not the music, not the play-by-play, that would be, I think, the most jarring thing for people to hear the verbal communication. But is that the biggest thing that people don't see that makes someone so elite defensively?
Communication is part of it. Positioning is another thing, but situational awareness, knowing where the ball is, who do you have, who does the guy next to you have, what action are they running, how much can you help, should you switch the screen or should you tell the guy to get through so he can maintain his just so many. I think it's communication, and then it's also situational awareness and executing in real time. Is something that Al is tremendous at. He has a huge awareness as to where all 5 people on the court are, 8 or 9 people, each guy's tendencies. He knows each guy's tendency, what they're doing if he gets matched up to them. He's able to execute it in real time.
All right, as we move through here, you've talked about the pursuit of the number 1 seed 2 years ago, things you regret about that pursuit. There's a lot of games left. There's 5 weeks and 18 games, but the odds of you moving out of your spot are very, very small at this point. Will being locked in when it does happen change your thinking in any way about the last couple of weeks, or do you have no interest at all whatsoever in the standings and you have planned what you have planned?
Yeah, I think I really learned that from year 1, where it really doesn't matter. And, you could think something's good for you and you won't know until it happens. You could think something's bad for you and it ends up being better. So at the end of the day, I like the path that we're on, as far as just continuing to play, continuing to execute, continuing to find different ways to impact games, different identities, different lineups, and at the end of the day, competing. So we just got to keep that up.
Speaking of different lineups, when you do a walkthrough or whatever you do for a game like this, how different is it when you're playing a team that it feels has a different group almost every night? Literally, I watched their entire game last night, and I know full well that the players that Utah is going to play tonight are going to be different from the game last night. It happens a lot in the league now, but this is an extreme example of a game that is difficult to know who you're going to be playing against.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you just kind of focus on the concepts and the themes and the identity of kind of what they have, right? And, I think when you're playing against these guys, you have to take a look at all their guards are fast, they're quick, they're athletic, they push the pace, they want to get to the free throw line. They have Walker Kessler who can protect the rim. Whoever they play, they're still going to move off the ball, so off-ball cutting. And, these are, I know I talk about it a lot, but these are where the margins are super important. And, transition defense, rebounding, taking care of the basketball versus forcing turnovers, getting to the free throw line versus keeping guys off the field. I mean, these games are prevalent more than ever because they're the things that you can control.
And we'll talk about those extra possessions and those margins coming off turnovers when OKC is here, because they sort of lead the league in forcing turnovers and in deflections, which is a hot new stat in the NBA now that people can actually look at it and see it in front of them. And obviously Boston, Utah are at the bottom of that. So rebounding to me becomes especially important. If you want to look at one area where they have truly been elite this year, particularly with that dude in the middle, it's rebounding.
Yeah, no question, on both ends of the floor. And even Martin Jr., his ability to impact rebounding on both ends. And so, again, it just kind of goes back to focusing on the things that you can control, and rebounding is a major point of emphasis in that.
You have, anytime there's been any suggestion of a collegial nature between fellow coaches and people in your fraternity that you've gone up against, you've always been, very devout in sort of keeping your distance. Does that hold true when your brother's on the staff?
Yes.
Even more so?
Mm-hmm.
How cool is it to see the success and to see him in the league? It's kind of wild.
Yes.
Oh, come on now! Don't give me the Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson thing. So I'll give you this one. Here's the freebie. When will you guys talk about this game, if at all?
As long as if we win.
Well, you can't both win. So
no, me, not him. Me. Win first, and then you take care of that.
That's the best. Celtics and Jazz next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
No luck is needed at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your oil change is always complete in about 15 minutes, always appointment free, and you'll never have to leave your car. It's always your lucky day. Plus, did you know all services are stay in your car? From wiper blade replacements to tire rotations to AC services, they can do it all while you relax in the comfort of your own vehicle. Go to NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next visit. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of Lucky Days.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Saturday night at the Garden, another primetime center of the sports world. Celtics-Lakers night that did the near impossible. Lived up to the hype. Entry to Cornette, pressure by LeBron. Cornette puts it to the floor for a second. Now picks it up. Someone's got to get open. It's Pritchard. He runs to a spot. Attacks baseline. Lobs it for Cornette, who jumps over LeBron James and flushes with the right hand. Luke around and find out. Moving into the front court. Al Horford trying to slow him down until Jalen can get there, but Luka forces the three. Anyway, he banks it in. There's some Luka magic. Jalen backs it out. He's near half court. Jalen, pull up on Luka. Straightaway three. Got it. What an answer. 30 for Luka. 29 for Jalen Brown. Boston by last 7. 4 straight wins for the Celtics. A stranglehold on the 2 seed, the OKC Thunder, heading in on Wednesday, but work to do in the interim. Different goals this year in Utah. While Joe Mazzulla won 16 games last spring at the championship, Will Hardy's won 15 games all year. Utah's unapologetic season-long game of capture the flag arrives in Boston. Celtics and Jazz next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champions.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Your New England Ford dealers, Amica Insurance, Shaw's and Star Market, Bosch Tools, and by Ticketmaster.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the World Championship.
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, VA New England, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by Town Fair Tire.
The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship for the 15th time.
And by Brex, Corona, your New England Honda dealers, FindMassMoney.gov, NetSuite by Oracle, Cambridge Savings Bank, Kia North Danvers, Comcast Business, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is Banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is Banner 18. The mission demanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Granty and Cedric Maxwell.
At a sold-out TD Garden, Game 6 of the 7-game homestand. Starting lineups brought to you by Amica Insurance, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Boston Celtics. John Collins has played very little over the last 3 weeks, but he's back in there for Utah tonight, playing up front with Walker Kessler. And Johnny Juzang, surprise starter at the small forward spot for Utah tonight with the backcourt of Isaiah Collier, the rookie, and the veteran, the only veteran they really have on this team, and Colin Sexton. Celtics tonight, no Porzingis, no Horford, no Jason Tatum. They'll sound like this.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Drew Holiday, UCLA.
Sam Hauser, University of Virginia.
Jaylen Brown, California, Berkeley.
Luke Cornett from Vanderbilt University.
Luke Cornett going to have his hands full tonight. Ford F-150 first quarter presented by Ford F-Series. The #1 selling pickup, #1 truck in brand loyalty. Tonight's contestant, Kellyanne Weiss of Brockton. If Boston goes up by 15 at any point in the quarter, Kellyanne wins the opportunity to see a game for the Ford Sports Stack. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Celtics have beaten the Jazz 3 straight times. This is a different feel for Utah tonight. They will wear the road black uniforms tonight, the alternates. White letters and numbers, purple trim down the sides and on the shorts. Celtics going to wear the road green tonight. White letters and numbers. They will go right to left. Celtics, as Max is about to tell you, are 14-4 this year when wearing the green. Luke Cornett will jump it against Walker Kessler, and Game 6 of the homestand underway. Luke Cornett wins it back into the hands of Derek White, and away we go. Thanks for spending part of your Monday night with us. Celtics looking for their 5th consecutive win. They are essentially locked into the 2nd spot in the Eastern Conference with 18 games to play. Luke Cornett moves it to Drew Holiday wearing the white t-shirt under the green uniform. Exposed the ball. Almost had it knocked away by John Collins. Drew Holiday has it back in a pull-up. Shoots a 3 over Collins. Wide right. Barely hits the iron as it goes out of bounds.
I talked to him about that finger thing. Mallet finger. He said he didn't even know what it was. He's like, I don't know what it is.
That's because until a week ago, all of us thought mallet finger, the only one who ever suffered from it was Wile E. Coyote.
Wow.
Quick pull-up 3 straight away from Collins is no good. And the rebound for Derek White. Unusual first shot for Collins to take after a couple of weeks away. Utah played last night in Philly. Here's the entry to the former Sixer, Drew Holiday. Got in behind Kessler and lays it in to open the score.
Let's be aware always of Kessler trying to block shots on the offside.
He had 8 blocks in his last game on Friday night. Jumper from the right side. Juzang is no good. The rebound for Derek White. Up the middle of the floor, angles to his left, behind a Cornett screen, pull up 3, deep to the left side, air ball, rebound going out of bounds. Cornett couldn't get there, got picked off. Isaiah Collier, Utah will get him.
I love the shocking sound that everybody has, like, oh, he shot an air ball.
Colin Sexton, the Lakers made more threes the other night than the Celtics did. Here's the entry, caught by Kessler, runs it off the window and in, score on the foul.
Big body, wide shoulders. And what you have to do is catch him before he rolls. Get him 5 feet away from the basket. Less effective than him going towards the rim.
Listed at 7'1", 245. 245 seems, I'm taking the over on that. Not a good free throw shooter, however.
Do you build around a guy like that?
You'd have to literally build around him. He hits the free throw here, a three-point play. Well, that's really the question for Utah. Who stays here? And they have, John Collins is a young veteran. Colin Sexton is in his 7th year. Who stays here after the latest influx of draft picks after OKC and Utah just alternate picks the entire draft night? Jaylen Brown stop and start, pulls Kessler out, takes the follow-away three, air ball.
3 air ball?
Not a good start shooting for either side.
3 air balls in a row.
Shouldn't be that cold in here after you had one of the warmest days of the year. It got to over 60 degrees in Boston today. Boone to his left. Bounce pass from Sexton to the free throw line. Jump was good for Collins. 5-2 Utah.
As you said, going for it.
Jazz had a very strange game last night in Philadelphia. They had a 16-point lead, then fell behind by 22 in the 4th quarter and made it a one-possession game before losing. Jaylen Brown gets to the mid block, kick back out. Derek White is going to move it to the left corner where Drew Holiday is wide open for 3.
Good. Great decision, man, by White. Give that basketball up. Little pump fake throws the defenders, though.
Drew Holiday has all 5 Boston points. We're tied here. Colin Sexton going to shoot a lot tonight. Drives into Hauser. Crazy runner is no good. Cornette gets beat by Walker Kessler for the offensive rebound. Handoff, John Collins drives, stumbles, but he's able to get it away to Ju Zhang. Goes to a jump hook, and that rattles home.
Collins tripped over his own man's foot.
7-5, Utah by 2 here at minute number 3. Holiday handoff for Jaylen Brown. Switches to the left hand, pulls up on Ju Zhang, and then throws to an unoccupied corner where he thought Drew Holiday would be. And a sloppy start here for the Celtics. 2 of 5 with a turnover. Utah does not force turnovers. It's unbelievable. They are dead last in steals, and they are dead last in committing turnovers. Sexton drives, crazy scoop shot, no good. And out of bounds off Kessler, trying to grab the offensive rebound.
Sexton saying he was hit. Remember that big thing when he got drafted by Cleveland? Said, LeBron, we're going to run that thing back. Yeah, they're going to run it back all right.
Celtics down 2, exactly 3 minutes in if you're syncing up with TV. Drew Holiday moves to the right side. Sam Hauser, left-hand dribble to the free throw line. Takes Ju Zhang with him. Step back, dotted line jumper's good.
You don't see a lot of that. This time, Sam got him on the shoulder, hit him a little bit, got separation.
Celtics playing without Horford, Porzingis, and Tatum, and neither Derek White nor Jaylen Brown have scored in the first 3+ minutes. John Collins, wide open 3 over the Cornette contest, no good. Offensive rebound, Kessler, but he can't control it, and Drew Holiday jumps into the air, grabs it, and whips it off Kessler out of bounds. Kessler is a big target under there when you want to try that.
They're going to have multiple bodies on him trying to box him out.
Derek White wants Jaylen Brown to leave the spot open, and as Derek White starts his drive, Collins couldn't slide his feet fast enough and picks up the foul.
These things like horse pills I'm taking right now. Oh.
So a little under the weather. Well, those gel caps, I hate taking those things. Side out of bounds into Sam Hauser. Follow-away 3 is no good. Long rebound belongs to Utah. And it's Ju Zhang. Lead up the right side. Collier, 1 step inside the 3-point line. Kick out to the far wing. Ju Zhang 3 is no good. The rebound. Cornette's able to deflect it to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen diagonally. There comes Cornette flying down the middle. 2-hand slam. Kessler never got back. What a year Luke Cornette has had.
Yeah, outstanding year. And a lot of people have been still complaining, saying he hasn't done this, hasn't done that. It's been really good.
Career year. Kessler leaves a bounce pass for Isaiah Collier. The rookie will whip it out to Colin Sexton. Sexton starts his drive around Jaylen Brown, gets in deep, try to whip it to the middle. Bad pass. Looking for Kessler, taken away. Derek White lead for Holiday. Touches ahead to Hauser, who lobs it into the paint for the charging Jaylen Brown. John Collins got back to deflect it out of bounds and prevent the layup.
Collins is one of those guys I didn't think forever would leave Atlanta. They've been a big-time part of that, and all of a sudden they decided to move on.
He seemed like he was in every trade room or every trade deadline for years. Under out of bounds, Derek White into Jaylen Brown. Runs to that Pacer game 1 left corner, but he's going to put it in his pocket and drive on Ju Zhang. To the dotted line, rises, draws the foul, and Jaylen will get free throws.
Good job this time of just baiting the defender. Has hands there, has hands down, then all of a sudden you go in those hands and get a couple free throws.
So I know you thought the Celtics were still alive for the top seed, even as recently as...
Still think they are now.
I will bet you every one of those pills, everything you have on you right now, there is no circumstance, none, by which the Celtics are going to move up or down, by the way.
Let me explain something. You shouldn't say that. I mean, remember I was saying before...
Everything's brought to you by DraftKings.
Oh, no, they said this on there one time. I said, I was on the other station at one time, and I said, they were asking me to talk radio. I said, you think that the Celtics can win and be without Kevin Garnett, win a championship? I said, no. I got a call about that. And I would have bet everything, as you said, the same way.
Jaylen Brown gets the free throws. The Celtics are not moving. They're going to be the 2 seed. The Knicks, with Milwaukee having a bad weekend, even with the injury to Jalen Brunson, it's going to be hard for the Knicks to move down, even if they want to. Jaylen Brown gets the free throw. Celtics have scored 6 straight. They lead 11-7. Collins throws the shoulder into Drew Holiday, turns, lays it in with the right hand. Good job by Collins to keep his balance as Drew Holiday was trying to pull the rug a little bit. 11-9, Boston by 2, nearly 5 minutes in. Jaylen Brown moving to his left. Has Kessler in front of him. Jaylen backs it up, considering his options. Here he comes. Loses. Kessler step back at the free throw line. Swish.
Stopped on the dime. That's what happens. The big trucks, they can't stop that fast. You get them going. If they try to put them brakes on, they're skidding a little bit.
All they can do is pull that horn. 13-9. Colin Sexton gets into the paint, runs it with the right hand, hoping for a bounce, and he gets it. Jazz within 2, 13-11.
I mean, I can't say I've never been a big fan. I like him as a player. I like his energy.
He's a bench player, not a starter. He's a 6-man energy guy. Stop and start. Jaylen Brown drives, gets to the cup, misses the layup. John Collins snatches the rebound. There comes Collier. Bounce pass for Sexton. Return pass is a bad one for Collier in the corner. And Colin Sexton's looking around, throwing his arms up in the air, showing up his rookie, and that was completely his fault.
And what did I just say?
Stop me when I'm telling lies.
What did I just say? I didn't what?
Stop me when I'm telling lies. 6:25 to go, opening quarter. Boston 13, Utah 11 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Is your relationship with your bank in a rut? Might be time for someone new. At Navigant Credit Union, we offer better rates, fewer fees, and support that puts you first. Don't put it off. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Looking to heat things up this winter? Now may be the perfect time to upgrade your home's insulation, electric water heaters, or even replace your windows. With Clinton Savings Bank's partnership with Mass Save, you can apply for a 0 annual percentage rate heat loan with interest-free financing up to $25,000 for energy-efficient home improvements. Apply today at clintonsavings.com.
Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval. Some restrictions may apply and offers are subject to change or cancellation. Visit masssave.com/heat loan for full details.
Lexus invites you to experience the inspiring capability, extraordinary power, abundant space, and everything that makes a Lexus SUV so, well,
Amazing.
Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event, now through March 31st. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Right now at Verizon, you can get one line for less than you think. Just $50 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Bella's Dog Walker and Glam Squad every week. Get one line on unlimited welcome for $50 per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Boston Verizon store today. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Grady and Max back at the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Celtics up by 2, 13-11. Midway through the first, Celtics basketball presented by Amica Insurance. At Amica, they build a game plan with you in mind. Visit Amica.com today to learn more about Amica's award-winning customer service. Celtics welcoming back not only Will Hardy, who was on Ime Udoka's staff at the Eastern Conference Championship season 3 years ago, Jaden Springer, signed to a 3-year deal by Utah. He is here tonight. Svi Mihajlovic got his championship ring before the game as his former teammates crowded around him. It took Utah until March 10th to get here to Boston. So Svi was the last to get his ring. And, of course, the mastermind, the big brain behind it all, is Danny Ainge, who will also be featured prominently in Celtic City as that HBO documentary series rolls on tonight. Peyton Pritchard, early entry here. First one off the bench for the Celtics. And Svi Mihajlovic does enter the game here early for Utah. Jaylen Brown, little pull up on Ju Zhang. Free throw line jumper, bounces out, and Svi has the rebound. With 41 games for the championship team a year ago. He's got it on the right side, bumps into Jaylen Brown, keeps that left-hand dribble alive, steps back to 14 feet. Jumper's good.
Thing that he's going to do, he is going to shoot the basketball. Must be aware.
Ties the game at 13 midway through the first. Peyton Pritchard. Working behind the Drew Holiday screen, left-hand dribble, creeps into the paint, shovel back to Cornette, push pass out to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen return to Pritchard, deep on the left side, going to move it back to Jaylen Brown, but pump fake, 2 dribble drive, pump fake in the paint, and then scores. Wow,
good
stuff.
got two bigs off their feet then that went directly back towards the rim.
Jalen's got the last 6 Boston points. Celtics lead 15-13. 5:26 now to go in the first quarter. Isaiah Collier had a year of college at USC. The top recruits in the country. High school player of the year a couple of years ago. Kessler wraparound pass to the left corner. Collins missed an open 3. Rebound pinballed around from Cornette to Hauser. Just trying to keep it away from Kessler.
Stay on.
Kessler only has 1 rebound here early. Pritchard drives on Collins, gets to the dotted line. His pump fake going nowhere, so he'll throw it all the way back out to Drew Holiday. Celtics reset 10 on the shot clock. Holiday step back away from Kessler. Tough 3 is no good. Rebound kept alive by Cornette because Kessler got pulled out of the paint. But John Collins is there playing tonight to get some rebounds. They've been going undersized with K.J. Martin in that spot. Juzang, stop and start, leans in on Hauser. No good. Offensive rebound thrown down by John Collins, and we're tied at 15.
Collins does that well.
Jaylen Brown. That's the baseline taken away by Mihailuk. Pritchard push pass out to Drew Holiday. Overruns his dribble. Has it back. Kessler in the paint. Holiday flips an awkward hook shot over him. No good. And Kessler grabs his second rebound. Collier. Good size here. Gets the screen from Collins. Floats it up for John Collins. He lands. Goes to the jump hook and scores. He did not Cornette away.
He pushed him away with the offhand.
8-2 Utah runner. They've regained the lead here. 17-15. 4:08 to go in the first. Pritchard deep 3 swish.
Give that guy inch.
This is usually when the Pritchard launch begins. 18-17. Collier works his way to the free throw line. Kick out. Collins open. Takes the 3 over the Cornette contest. No good. Kessler. Offensive rebound over the much smaller Drew Holiday. Juzang attacking Hauser. Scoops to the left hand and scores.
Tried to box him out. But he's just so long.
Jazz now up to 50% shooting. 9 of 18. Pritchard stop and start with that right-hand dribble. Bounce past Cornette in the paint. Bumped by Kessler. Kessler takes the rim away. Handoff Sam Hauser. Falls away in the corner. Tough 3 is no good. Rebound belongs to Juzang. You heard us say here, tough shot, tough shot, tough shot. Utah not really giving the Celtics the shots they want. Collier, right-hand dribble, goes under the wing of Cornette, whips it out to past Hauser all the way to Juzang. The dribble's behind his back. Juzang turns at the dotted line. Kick out Mihailuk, double pump, and then launch an awkward 3, no good. And the Jazz have missed all 7 of their 3s. But they're 9 of 12 inside. Leading by 1, Pritchard. Has the corner taken away by Mihailuk. He spins out and drives, misses the layup. Offensive rebound, no putback for Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday might be one of the best in the league. Him and Derek together, you combine them on the offensive glass. These guys do a great job.
20-19. And Will Hardy going to grab a timeout. 2:45 to go. Opening quarter. Boston 20, Utah 19 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. And turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Is your relationship with your bank in a rut? Might be time for someone new. At Navigant Credit Union, we offer better rates, fewer fees, and support that puts you first. Don't put it off. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bops on then?
Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
At Amica Insurance, we've been protecting New Englanders for generations, long before the first Celtics banner was raised or the iconic parquet floor was laid. For 117 years, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance, so you can count on Amica to show up for you like you show up for the Celtics. Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Who's scoring
going big in the NBA this season? You are, with all the new ways to get in on the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. From monster slams to dishing the rock to clearing the glass, get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. And here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Take it to the rack with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Greg's proud to be the official corporate card of the Celtics. Brex cards help over 25,000 companies make every dollar count. Learn more at Brex.com/grow. Celtics lead the Jazz 20-19 with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Massive changes here for the Celtics as Torrey Craig, Baylor Shireman, Neemias Queta, and Peyton Pritchard are going to join Jaylen Brown. These are the minutes that Tatum has been playing with sort of a makeshift group around him. One of the many reasons he's the Eastern Conference MVP right now. Shireman jumps the passing lane, floats it up ahead for Jaylen Brown. He missed the lob. He just dropped it at the rim, and the Celtics give away 2 points. Filipowski in the game for Utah for the first time. Sexton step back left corner three is good over Queta. And just like that, the Jazz have the lead. They've had a good offensive run here, about 7 or 8 minutes now worth, and they lead 22-20. It's their first 3 in 8 tries. Pritchard tries to get it back with a deep 3. It's short front iron offensive rebound. Torrey Craig hands back to Pritchard. Goes left side, Jaylen Brown. And before the pump fake on Sensabaugh, possible foul on Queta. Yep. Moving screen on Queta.
I'm going to tell you over and over again, Queta needs to work on his balance. When he hits you, he's kind of lean all the time.
That's the second turnover for Boston. Utah already has 4. No team has ever lost turnover battles the way Utah has this year. Entry to Filipowski. He elevates and is tied up in midair for a jump ball by Queta.
Thought he got him on the hand there. Good job by just able to get his hand on the basketball at the apex.
Filipowski's second-round pick out of Duke. 21 years old, obviously has a crazy young team, and you get the occasional Mihailovic and John Collins and Sexton minutes. Queta wins the jump ball back to Torrey Craig.
2 minutes to play in the quarter.
Usual combinations of players tonight. Jaylen Brown on the right side against Filipowski, steps back on him. His 3 is no good. Offensive rebound, though, comes right to Queta without Kessler out there. Kick out left side, Torrey Craig for 3.
Give Queta credit then for getting inside out and getting that rebound.
Celtics 3 of 11 from distance. Utah 1 for 8. Celtics regaining the lead 23-22.
Zone here.
Sexton moving to his right.
Now man-to-man.
Push pass back from Mihailovic. Deep on the left side against Queta. Returns Sexton, hunting Queta on the switch. Steps to the left elbow. His jumper is way too strong. Is it my imagination or has Sexton been horrible here? Pritchard, offensive end. He is all alone, so he launches the 3. It's going to come up short. Rebound tapped in the air and eventually controlled by Utah. And Sexton turns it over. Pritchard knocked it away, and Queta will save it.
Good job by Queta.
A.J. Martin in the game for the first time, so it's Sensabaugh for Utah. And Ohio State Buckeye. Queta sets the screen for Jaylen Brown. Switches to the left hand, enters in deep. Queta, pump fake, lays it up and in. (25-22). Boston by 3. Final minute, first quarter.
As soon as Kessler comes out the game, you attack the rim. Shot blocker, no shot blocker.
Filipowski against Shireman, who had his career high here the other night. Filipowski, awkward pass back to Sexton. He's able to save with 5 in the shot clock. I'm guessing he's going to shoot. He does. It's a 3. It's no good. And the rebound for Queta.
Well, guess you're not going to be the kid's agent.
Not tonight. 6-second differential on the 2 clock, so we count it down to the first quarter. 25-22, Boston by 3. Pritchard going slowly, looking for Jaylen Brown. There's the handoff. Jaylen spins away from Mihailovic, attacks the paint, runs into Filipowski, and just drops the ball out of bounds. I'll say Filipowski touched it, so the Celtics will keep it. 4.6 to shoot, 11.3 to go in the quarter.
Brown was looking for the contact there. And I bring Hauser back in as a shooter coming off one of these picks.
Jazz are literally giving away 6.5 points a game on turnovers. That's virtually their entire scoring margin.
Not good.
Last in the league in forcing turnovers, last in the league in committing the most. It's insane.
That's a double-edged sword.
And you're getting cut with both ends. Yeah. Torrey Craig bounce entry to the cutter. Shireman has it knocked away by Sexton. Out of bounds, Celtics will keep it, so we'll try this again with 3.4 on the clock. Celtics trying to execute an under out of bounds play with guys that don't normally play together.
Well, he had a layup opportunity, kept that basketball in his hands.
Will Hardy's calling timeout here. Or he's going to challenge. He's challenging the out of bounds call. Try to get the ball back with 10 seconds to go in the quarter. So he's going to challenge the out of bounds call with 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And I think he is unhappy that he had to use his challenge on it. So the Celtics tonight, if you're wondering, I know you are, after Cleveland clinched the playoff spot last week, the Celtics' magic number that time of year is 3. They've already clinched the spot in the play-in. They will, we're going to miss Bill Kennedy. I will promise you we'll listen to Bill Kennedy when he makes the announcement because he's the best replay challenge official in the NBA. Magic number is 3 for the Celtics to officially clinch a playoff spot, which they did against Utah 2 years ago, by the way, out on the West Coast. So any combination of Boston wins and losses by both Atlanta and Miami, they add up to 3, and the Celtics are officially in the playoffs, and eventually it will count down to home court, and the Celtics eventually will be the 2 seed in the East. They lead the Knicks, if you're wondering why I'm already giving it away. They're 5.5 games up on New York with 18 to go, and they own the tiebreaker. And Jalen Brunson is now out for a couple of weeks. P.J. Tucker signed by the New York Knicks today to fill some of those minutes. Lakers, I was curious if Luka's playing tonight. Luka is playing tonight in Brooklyn, where the Celtics will be on Saturday night. LeBron James going to sit out a week or two with the groin strain he suffered here on Saturday.
I think the Jazz are going to lose this call, though. Looked like that was clearly off Saxton.
Be a tough way to lose your only challenge if that's the way it goes. Anyway, it's going to be worth the price of admission to hear Bill Kennedy explain it. Some officials have risen to the challenge of the camera and microphone replay challenge. None more than it's going to be an Academy Award Lifetime Achievement for Bill Kennedy when it's all said and done.
Watch this microphone doesn't work this time.
That's probably the way it goes. They have made the call. The officials all gathering here. JT Orr, Derek Richardson, and Bill Kennedy talking about it out near half court. This is about an out-of-bounds call with 10 seconds to go in the first quarter, by the way. The weight of the world does not really hang in the balance.
Don't worry, guys. I ain't got anything to do.
Here comes the man, the myth, the legend, Bill Kennedy.
After reviewing the play, the out-of-bounds call has been overturned. It has been last touched by Boston, which means Utah will retain possession.
It's the best.
They get their timeout back and the ability to challenge later on in the game. The coach's challenge has been deemed successful.
It's the best. That was worth it, wasn't it?
Hey, what? There's no guessing.
25-22, Celtics by 3. Utah will get the last shot here in the first quarter. They put 10.6 on the clock.
Utah challenge play out of bounds.
KJ Martin sends the ball. Mihalik, Sexton, and Walker Kessler comes back in here. They want to play for him.
Sexton's going to shoot it.
And Celtics had a foul to give, so Peyton Pritchard gives it in the backcourt with 6.2 to go. This is compelling stuff here, this last minute or two. It's good content. Sends the ball, will inbound it. Colin Sexton hits half court, 5 seconds to go. Sexton gets in deep, lobs it for Kessler. Blocked the first time, but he comes up with the offensive rebound, puts it back up and in. With 0.2 to go, no time to shoot. And that will do it for the first quarter. So, hey, say what you want about Will Hardy challenging. He challenged, he got the ball back, he ran a play for Walker Kessler, and he got the 2 points. End of one at the Garden. Boston 25, Utah 24 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the resource centers in Devens, Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Ford F-150 first quarter was brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and Ford F-Series, the #1 selling pickup and #1 truck and brand loyalty. To the second quarter we go in Game 6 of the 7-game homestand. Makeshift Celtics playing tonight without Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis, and Jason Tatum lead the Jazz 25-24. Utah ball as we go to the second. As advertised, Utah wins the rebounding battle but loses the turnover battle in that first quarter. Colin Sexton. Hand off to Williams. We haven't really seen Williams yet. He's worth talking about. Sexton, pressure to the corner by Queta. Sexton against Torrey Craig. Moves into the corner, up faking, sends the ball, gets in deep, steps back on Derek White and scores off the glass, and the Jazz have the lead.
Little job this time just going to the baseline.
Celtics playing with Baylor Shireman out there with Queta, Pritchard, White, and Torrey Craig to begin the second quarter. Shireman to the right corner, Torrey Craig up fakes. Left-hand dribble, works his way to the mid-block and diagonals it out to Peyton Pritchard. But
seconds. The lane then.
Let's see. Offensive 3 seconds. JT Orr is pointing that way, but he's arguing with the Utah bench. But this is going to be an offensive 3-second call, presumably on Queta.
3-second violation against the Celtics. Utah ball.
Celtics played super makeshift lineups against Portland and Philadelphia last week and got away with it. It's going to happen again. Filipowski against Torrey Craig. Swing pass left side, KJ Martin. In the corner, Cody Williams. Handoff, Sexton, bad entry, again stolen by Pritchard. Pritchard leading a 3-on-2, kick to the left corner, Shireman. Up fakes, one dribble in, kicks it all the way out to Derek White, who is wide open for a straightaway 3.
Good job by Shireman this time. Get the ball on his fingertips and hitting. The shooter gets a good pass, makes a good shot.
Derek White is the last one to score. Of the starting 5 for the Celtics tonight, who lead by 2. Kick to the right corner. Cody Williams sets up for 3. Got it. Cody Williams, another player who's been in and out of the line of Utah. Obviously, has played different combinations of players seemingly every night. Even last night in Philadelphia. Derek White turns the corner, beats Filipowski, lays it up and in with the right hand.
Too quick, too fast.
Derek White didn't score in the first quarter. 5 quick points there early in the second. 30-29. Boston by 1. Sexton looking for an opening. Dribbles to the free throw line. His jumper bounces in.
That's what he likes to do. So he's the most effective. About 10, 15 feet away.
You knew he was shooting it tonight. 7 points on 7 shots. 3 assists, 4 turnovers. Torrey Craig, pump fake, drills a left corner 3. His second already in the first half, 33-31. Boston by 2.
Pump fake made the defender back up, put his hands down, gave an easier opportunity.
Early quarter number 2, Celtics looking for their 47th win of the year. Filipowski turns the corner, palms the ball, keeps it away from Torrey Craig, and lays it in out the cup.
Nice move by the big that time. A la Dr. J.
He had that ball in his hands for a long time. Tied at 33. Queta's pass deflected, intended for Derek White. Was it deflected or not? Yeah. Apparently it wasn't, so that's a backcourt violation.
Yeah. And I think that Derek White was just throwing it out of bounds, and the official was like, why are you doing that?
I'm not sure that the officials didn't see that as deflected.
Yeah, if Derek had picked it up, they might have been able to just keep going along with the play. You were anticipating that they had it right.
This is not the same intensity level we saw against Portland and Philly when the Celtics were shorthanded last week. Filipowski drive. Torrey Craig slaps the ball away. Derek White pounces on it. Great job by Torrey Craig. Shireman 2-on-1. Pritchard drops back instead for the trailer. Queta goes to the right hand and lays it in. Celtics regain a lead. Another Utah turnover. Attacking baseline. Martin throws to the corner. Sensabaugh. Steps back. Doesn't want to take the three. Swings it out. Mihajlovic. Deep three. Right side. No good. Rebound. Queta.
Queta's just long.
Points up.
Rebound.
Points off turnover. 7-zip in favor of the Celtics. Is what we told you. Right on brand for the Jazz. Pritchard gets in deep. Pump fake. Scoops it off the glass. No good. One of the call didn't get it. He was pressured by K.J. Martin. Filipowski. Hands off Mihajlovic. Challenged by Queta. Mihajlovic moves to the right side. Now puts it to the left hand. Blows by Queta. Attacks. Hangs in the air. Flips it up. No good. Rebound. Queta deflects it. And Torrey Craig comes up with a loose ball.
Good challenge by White at the end of that play.
Celtics by 2. Torrey Craig handed Derek White. He's deep on the right side. Backs it up in the logo. A.J. Martin in front of him. Moves to his left. Returns to Pritchard. Back to Derek White. Up fakes the three. Moves away from Filipowski. Attacks the paint. Shireman from the wing to a wide open Peyton Pritchard. Straight away three is no good. Offensive rebound. Torrey Craig trying to throw it back down to a motion. He ran into his own guy, Derek White. Messed up the putback attempt. Long lead for Cody Williams. Queta, good job to get back defensively. Take the three away. Cody Williams attacks the paint. Queta is there the whole time. So forces the kick out. Filipowski misses the three. And the rebound for Shireman.
Son, you're forgetting yourself.
These guys have the green light to shoot. Filipowski's had a pretty good year shooting a three, 39%, especially for a big. Pritchard steps to his left. Here's a deep three. It's no good. And the rebound, Cody Williams will come out of the pack with it. Pritchard is just 1 for 7. Cody Williams puts it in the right hand. Kick back. Mihajlovic straight away three. Nope. Back iron. Rebound. Queta. Jazz are 2 of 13 from 3. And even though they're missing, Joe Mazzulla is not happy. And he'll grab the timeout. 7:21 to go first half. Boston 35, Utah 33 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Happy Monday.
For real?
Yeah, my Mondays feel a lot better since I found an amazing therapist.
Ugh, jealous. I really need to find a good therapist, but I don't know where to start.
Find and book the right therapist for you on ZocDoc. Look, the patient reviews say that Dr. Taylor is super compassionate, she's in network, and available tomorrow.
What would I do without you?
Probably look for a new job.
You've got options. Download the free ZocDoc app to book today.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the resource centers in Devens, Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Celtics by 2, 35-33 with 7:21 to go in the first half. On the one hand, this game right on brand, and the Jazz Points off turnovers, 7 for the Celtics, 0 for Utah, and that is the difference in the Utah season. They give away over nearly 7 points a game in that category, which is insane when you consider how close the margin is in games. But the Celtics very inefficient offensively against this Utah team, and we enter the night with the Celtics owning, wait for it, the 4th best offense in NBA history, and the Jazz owning the 7th worst defense in NBA history, coming off a year in which they had the single worst defense in NBA history last year.
Well, the Jazz have always been one of these things. Since John Stockton and Malone, they got close. They've always kind of been in the mix and just seem to not be able to get over the hump.
Well, not the last couple of years. They're only in the mix for Cooper Flag right now. With Washington and Charlotte, which way that's going to go. There's so many picks that they have assembled. Peyton Pritchard on the right side. Push pass for Luke Cornett. Here's the handoff, Jaylen Brown against Cody Williams. Jaylen switches to the left hand, gets to the dotted line, steps into contact. Cody Williams stays with him, blocks the shot, and a loose ball gobbled up by Kessler.
Don't see that a lot.
35-33 remains. Jazz with Collins attacking, scooping, misses everything off the glass. Derek White, quick hands, keeps the rebound away from Kessler. Long lead. Pritchard catches up to it. Cody Williams back defensively. Pritchard relocates out of the wing, catches the pass from Hauser, but he misses another open shot. Peyton Pritchard is just 1 for 8. The Jazz can tie or better here with Collins against Cornett. Mihalik over the shoulder pass. John Collins, wide open 3, and that is no good. Man, they are missing a ton of open shots. Teams have combined to go 7 of 31 from 3. And here's Derek White with an open 3. Stepping back on Kessler. Knocks it down. Kessler has been away from the paint, challenging three-point shots.
And again, they give him in a position where he can't stop fast enough.
This is the largest lead for either side, believe it or not. 38-33, Celtics by 5 midway through the second. They swing around the horn. Collins open again, misses again, and Jaylen Brown deflects the rebound to Sam Hauser, who floats it ahead of Derek White. White keeps it away from Collier, goes to the left hand and scores.
Nice job there by Brown, contesting Kessler, keeping that basketball away. Good job.
7 straight for the Celtics, breaking the tie. They lead 40-33. John Collins catch and shoot. Long 2 is good. He was on the line. He was just going to keep shooting until he made one.
I guess so. You got the green light, but tell him.
Now they've given him 3 on the board. He was clearly on the line. So that's going to mess up my scorecard. And then wait later than they correct it, I'll be even crankier. Jaylen Brown deep on the left side finds Derek White. He's way behind the line. His 3, though, bounces off top of the backboard. No good. Luke Cornett battling Kessler for the rebound. They both go to the floor. And this should be a foul on Luke Cornett. And it will be.
Job for Kessler getting on the floor there. Normally don't see bigs like that get on the floor, but 2 7-footers diving to get to the ball. That's true commitment.
So the scoreboard says 40-36. We believe it is 40-35 in real life. As Collins was quite clearly on the line when he took that shot. And what's odd about it is that J.T. Orr was clearly pointing to the floor, like he had the call right on the floor, but someone at the scores table gave Collins the extra point. So Utah right now for the moment is 3 of 16 in the stats from 3. They should be 2 for 15. Collier dribbling with the right hand. Pressured by Sam Hauser. Picks it up, gets rid of it to Mihalik. Shot clock down to 10. Mihalik against Derek White. He wants Collier to get the screen to switch, but Derek White stays in front of him. Mihalik step back, contested 3. No good. Back iron. Rebound. Headed out of bounds. Last touch by Kessler. Boston ball.
Even if you box him out, he has these crane-like arms. He's reaching over you.
Hey, guess what, Max? That was a 2-point shot by Collins, not 3. Just listen to the broadcast, folks. Thanks for catching up. Celtics by 5 on the ball, 4:54 to go in the first half. The final game of the homestand will be, again, another center of the NBA universe kind of night. OKC will play Denver again tonight, then they will fly here. Remember, last year they didn't have SGA in that game. I was going to say it, and I didn't want to do it, but there's no scoring change from Secaucus. This was the officials getting it right. And Bill Kennedy, to his credit, walked over to the scores table and said, no, don't announce that they corrected it in Secaucus. We never said it was a 3. What's the one thing I asked for?
Confidence.
Jaylen Brown. Has the ball knocked away by Collier. Switches to the left hand. Jaylen exposes it. Has to dive for the floor. Can't get it. Jaylen turns it over. 3-on-1. Collier takes it in himself.
look at Jalen pick the ball up.
First points off of Boston, turnover for Utah. Jaylen Brown drives baseline, handoff at the last second to Cornette. Met at the rim, blocked by Kessler. Cornette comes up with the offensive rebound, kick out to Hauser, who misses an open three, and the rebound for Cody Williams.
Boy, how quick reaction that was.
Kessler's, he's been really good. Waiting for that second contract. They kick out Mihailik. Moves it to the right corner. Cody Williams for the tie. Nope. And the weak side defensive rebound for Sam Hauser. Celtics hitting outshot by the Jazz here in the first half. Drew Holiday for Derek White. It's Cornette screen. Kessler comes out to challenge Derek White, who loses Kessler on a step-back three. You'll see that one tonight.
That'll rip an ankle. That'll tear some Nikes up.
Derek White has 13 points in the quarter, and the Celtics lead by 6, 43-37.
He actually tripped over somebody else's foot.
But the free top of the circle jumper, Collins no good. Rebound Hauser keeps it away from Cody Williams. Moves ahead to Drew Holiday. Holiday, pull up, quick three, no good. Rebound belongs to Utah. Cornette and Holiday both went down. Utah a chance to break here. Attacking, Collier, handoff to Kessler, and Kessler is fouled in the paint.
Drew Holiday trying to say he got hit then, taking that three. Yeah, everybody's going to say Kessler got walked out of his shoes, but he didn't. He actually just tripped over Collins' pink sneaker.
They often don't make that distinction on YouTube.
No, they don't. Broke his ankle. No, he didn't. He tripped over somebody's foot.
So Walker Kessler on Thursday night, 25 points, 8 rebounds. Just the 5th time that had been done in a regulation game in the last 40 years. Bad free throw shooter, barely hits the iron of the first one. But you're talking about Kareem, Hakeem Olajuwon, Elvin Hayes, and Shaq. They're the only ones to do it. Shaq is the only one younger than Walker Kessler to do it. Third of the Rookie of the Year voting last year. Not bad for the number 22 pick in the draft. Gets the second free throw. He's gotten 2 of 3 from the line tonight. Jazz within 5, 43-38. Boston with the lead, 3:11 to go in the first half. Jaylen Brown picked up by Kessler again. Moves it to Sam Hauser. He's alone, so he takes the 3. Bounces short, offensive rebound. Cornette is getting rebounds because the Celtics are pulling Kessler out to try to defend that 3, and he's not fast enough on the switches to challenge an open shot like that. Kessler gets knocked down again trying to set a screen. Utah down by 7, largest lead for both sides. Juzang loses. Hauser gets to the elbow and knocks down a nice jumper.
It's a nice little jump shot. Froze him.
Jazz still out shooting the Celtics here in the first half, and they trail by 5 with 2:33 to go. Derek White pull up on Kessler. A 3 comes up short. It would have been his 16th point of this second quarter. Isaiah Collier against Drew Holiday. Moves into the corner. Colin Sexton. Watched by Jaylen Brown until Derek White can get there. Collier, skip pass into the right corner. Collins against Jaylen Brown. Collins spins on him, gets into the mid-block, turns at 12 feet, fades and hits.
That's a tough shot. This time fading with that jump shot in the air. Elevated nicely.
Jazz have points on 5 of their last 6 trips down the floor. Eddie Palladino says 2 minutes remaining in the half. Boston's lead is only 3, 45-42. 45 is the surprise. Even without the offensive weapons like Porzingis and Tatum. Down the right side, Jaylen Brown stops in traffic. A lot of Jazz waiting there, so we'll kick out to Hauser for 3. Net barely moved.
Hauser looks up like it's about time.
Celtics shooting just 32% from 3. That's the magic number. That you have to hold the Celtics down into those low 30s from 3. Down to 41% shooting, but Utah trails by 6. Sexton dribbling behind his back, spins on Derek White, shovels into the corner. Collins has a 3 taken away by Luke Cornette. Collins picks up his dribble, bounce pass. Sexton got in behind Derek White, catches and scores, and Derek White slams the ball down because he knew he got beat. 48-44, Boston by 4. Minute 14 to go in the first half. Collins knocks the ball away from Drew Holiday out of bounds. Celtics will get it when we return. 74 seconds remaining, first half. Boston 48, Utah 44 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. And turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
You can shop during this ad by saying, Alexa, add to cart. You are bountiful. Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails fruit pectin gummies with collagen and biotin plus antioxidant CNE help you shine from the inside out. To add Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails gummies with collagen and biotin to your cart, just say, Alexa, add to cart. That's Alexa, add to cart.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future-ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future-ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about Clear Path for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. Clear Path for Veterans is working with Safety Insurance to help New England veterans at the Resource Center in Devens, Massachusetts. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to Clear Path and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Celtics by 4, 48-44, minute 14 to go in the first half here at TD Garden, coming out of halftime. It's Randy Max here in the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Joe Murray will have the scores from around the NBA, including the Lakers moving on without LeBron. Their road trip in Brooklyn tonight. Hawks are up by 13 on Philadelphia as Atlanta moves into the driver's seat as the most likely opponent for the Celtics in the first round of the playoffs. So let's tell you about all the NFL moves today.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
And a lot of them. But for those of us thinking more about the warm weather immediately ahead, are the Red Sox, how many more things have to happen to the Yankees in spring training before the Red Sox could actually be considered the favorite in the American League East? Garrett Cole will have Tommy John surgery, and he'll miss the year. See, Juan Soto playing across town. Not been a good spring. Derek White, deep on the right side against Sexton. Looking for Jaylen Brown, who comes to get it straight away. He turns the corner on Collins, and Tax runs it off the window and in. Just knocking Kessler out of the way.
That's the strength of JB going through a 7-footer's body.
He had been just 2 for 9 before that make. 50-44, Boston by 6. Trying to get the offense rolling here against the number 29 defensive team in the league. Collins up fakes a 3, drives on Cornette, runs it off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Kessler has it stripped by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen into the front court, 2 for 1 here for the Celtics with 36 seconds to go in the first half, leading by 6. Jaylen Brown guarded by Juzang, goes around him, scoops it up and in, scoring the foul. Juzang thought he had him pinned, and Jaylen just ducked the shoulder, couldn't really see the rim, but felt he was near it, and went with the left hand off the glass after feeling the contact, and he got it to go.
I'm not sure how many times he fouled it. He fouled him almost at the free throw line to continue to foul him all the way until he released the basketball.
This is the largest lead for the Celtics here, even as they continue to be outshot in the first half. But Utah just 2 of 17 from 3. Even 6 turnovers, that's a good number for Utah. They average 17.5 a game. Who will win this season-long game of capture the flag? Jaylen Brown, 3-point play. Celtics by 9, 53-44. 30 seconds remaining right now. Sexton, guess what? He's going to shoot. It's a 3 and it's good. Sexton got a couple of 3s here in the first half. Cuts it to 6, 53-47. Basically got the 2 for 1, but about a 3.5 second differential on the 2 clocks as we count it down. Cornette sets the screen for Derek White. Again, Kessler is the closest one to him. 9 on the shot clock. Collins jumps out in front of Derek White. Ball goes left side for Jaylen Brown. Pulling Kessler away from the rim. He's going to pull up, shoot the 3. Nope. Long rebound. Celtics have it. Hauser. Kick out Derek White. 4 seconds to go. Return to Hauser. Steps to his right. Launches. Gets blocked from behind by Kessler. He had to force that. at the buzzer, and that'll do it for the first half, and the Jazz will take it. They come to Boston. They outshoot the Celtics by a pretty good margin here. Finally get a couple of threes to fall, and they only trail by 6 at the break. Coming up, Joe Murray will run you through the rest of the scores from around the NBA, and then back here at the Garden. Celtics trying to win their 5th straight. They lead the Jazz 53-47. It's halftime on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about Clear Path for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. Clear Path for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the Resource Center in Devens, Massachusetts. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to Clear Path and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, it's Zoe, and Oakers Technologies has a long history of helping businesses stay future ready as their single source IT partner, providing everything from full IT infrastructure to everyday AV needs. And they're hyper-focused on managed IT services that feel easy and simple from a single point of contact. Their ProCare support team are the people behind the technology that make sure that you have a custom approach to the support and resources you need to keep your business future ready with Oakers Technologies, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Drew Holiday for Derek White. It's Cornette screen. Kessler comes out to challenge Derek White, who loses Kessler on a step-back 3. You'll see that one tonight.
That'll rip an ankle. That'll tear some Nikes up.
Derek White has 13 points in the quarter.
All right, welcome into Celtics halftime. I'm Joe Murray. That was the Cambridge Savings taking care of business in the first half. Take care of business with CSB, the bank that always makes you feel like their only customer. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC. Not the greatest half by the Celtics, but coming off a hangover and the Lakers win and Oklahoma City on deck. 53 points. They lead 53-47 right now, and you just heard the clip there from Derek White. Played 17 minutes, went 3 for 6 from downtown. That's good. He's got 13 first-half points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Should mention the Celtics are without Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Kristaps Porzingis tonight. So into the starting lineup goes Sam Hauser and Luke Cornett. Sam Hauser, 17 first-half minutes, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Luke Cornett getting the start. He has 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal in his 16 minutes of work. Well, without Tatum, you know who's going to be taking over. It's Jaylen Brown, who played 19 minutes. 4 of 12 from the field, including this basket.
Jaylen Brown, guarded by Juzang, goes around him, scoops it up and in, scoring and a foul. Juzang thought he had him pinned, and Jaylen just ducked the shoulder. Couldn't really see the rim, but felt he was near it, and went with the left hand off the glass after feeling the contact, and he got it to go.
I'm not sure how many times he fouled it.
Jaylen Brown using his left hand. People keep saying he doesn't have one. Another player getting some action tonight with Horford, Tatum out of the game with Porzingis. We have an update on Porzingis shortly, too. It was Torrey Craig in his 7 minutes tonight, 2 for 3 from the field. He went to the foul line. hit both his free throws. Let's listen to one of those baskets.
Usual combinations of players tonight. Jaylen Brown on the right side against Filipowski. Steps back on him. His three is no good. Offensive rebound, though, comes right to Cater without Kessler out there. Kick out left side. Torrey Craig for three.
Give Cater credit then for getting inside out and getting that rebound.
So there's Torrey Craig, 6 points. Neemias Queta's playing as well. He's got 4, and Peyton Pritchard got to find a way to get going there. Struggled the last couple of games. 1 of 8 from the field, 1 of 6 from downtown is Pritchard. As for the Utah Jazz, John Collins is 12 points. Colin Sexton, 12 points. Jazz aren't good. 15 and 49 on the season. And they want the number 1 overall pick, and who wouldn't when it is Cooper Flag? The update on Porzingis, still dealing with an illness. He was in the locker room for a little bit, but it is a sickness. But Joe Mazzulla says things are looking pretty good for the big man. Celtics lead 53-47. We'll take a look at your Sports Hub headlines. It was NFL free agency day today. We'll give you all the moves. I'm Joe Murray. We'll have more next. Sports Hub headlines on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Popeyes has the wings you crave as a meal, for a snack, or to fill the table at your next party. Crunchy, spicy bone-in wings or tender, white meat boneless wings are seasoned to perfection in Louisiana herbs and spices, and then tossed in so many different amazing flavors that you can't tell if one is better than the last. Pick your wing, choose your sauce, and savor all the flavor possibilities. It's the best of both wings, and they're only at Popeyes. At participating U.S. restaurants.
The game is on the line, and I've only got a shot clock's worth of time to tell you about Subway's $6.99 footlong deal. That's right. Order now in the Subway app and get any footlong on the menu for just $6.99. Fresh sliced deli meat, fresh crispy veggies. Too much good stuff. Get it now on the Subway app. Any footlong for just $6.99. Use code 699FL now. Only here for a limited time. Redeemable at participating U.S. restaurants. Subway app. Online orders only. Add-ons additional plus tax. Additional fees apply on delivery. Excludes footlong snacks. Limited time.
When you're in HR, it can feel like nothing is easy. From payroll to PTO, from onboarding to benefits, and everything in between. It's a constant juggle of tasks, systems, and spreadsheets. But your HR software? That's the easy part. Meet Bamboo HR. Trusted by over 34,000 companies, it handles all your HR tasks, payroll, benefits, and time tracking, so your team and your company can grow as fast as, well, Bamboo. And Bamboo HR software is actually easy to use. One simple system that pulls all your people data together in one place, so you can ditch scattered systems and wasted hours on tasks that should only take minutes. Because when HR is easier, you can focus on what matters most, your people. HR is hard. Bamboo HR is easy. Ready to simplify all your HR tasks? For a limited time, get a $100 Visa gift card when you complete a free demo at bamboohr.com/gift card. Again, that's bamboohr.com/gift card. Terms and conditions apply.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
American Giant makes great clothing, sweatshirts, jeans, and more right here in the U.S. Visit American-Giant.com and get 20% off your first order with code STAPLE20. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com, code STAPLE20.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Well, the halftime scoreboard brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Well, let's take a look at that scoreboard. The Hawks lead the Sixers 66-57 at halftime. It's the Nets 48, Lakers 47. Heat have a 58-52 lead on the Hornets. And it's the Wizards 60, Raptors 59 in the second quarter. Bulls lead the Pacers 32-29. Magic 30, Rockets 27. Suns, they have a 39-34 lead over Memphis. And, well, Denver, they have a 34-32 lead against the Thunder. That's who the Celtics will take on next after one. Just a couple other games. Spurs, Mavericks underway. Warriors host the Blazers. And the Knicks, they will travel to take on the Kings. And the Patriots made plenty of moves today. Milton Williams, Carlton Davis, Robert Spillane, Harold Landry, Morgan Moses. It's just a very nice day for the Patriots. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 50% off your next drive-through oil change. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. The second half is next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
Popeyes has the wings you crave as a meal, for a snack, or to fill the table at your next party. Crunchy, spicy bone-in wings or tender, white meat boneless wings are seasoned to perfection in Louisiana herbs and spices, and then tossed in so many different amazing flavors that you can't tell if one is better than the last. Pick your wing, choose your sauce, and savor all the flavor possibilities. It's the best of both wings, and they're only at Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
At participating U.S. restaurants.
WIC is a supplemental nutrition program that plays a crucial role in improving the health and well-being of children by providing families access to healthy foods, nutritional education, and other essential support services. WIC programs help improve the long-term health outcomes of mothers and children by ensuring all eligible families, regardless of immigration status, have access to cost-free nutrition resources they need to thrive. If you or someone you know could benefit from WIC, visit health.ri.gov/WIC or reach out to your local WIC office to learn more about eligibility and how to apply.
Hey folks, it's Brian from Norfolk Power. Contractors, get in now and build your custom equipment package. Norfolk Power is a leading destination for your attachment needs, including diamond mulching heads, Encon rotators, and Land Pride construction attachments, with aggressive financing options. Want to look stylish? Pull that equipment package with the Max D trailer. Visit any of our Norfolk Power stores or text us at 508-384-0011. Norfolk Power, celebrating 50 years in business.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. It smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went,
I'm so excited.
yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Popeyes has the wings you crave as a meal, for a snack, or to fill the table at your next party. Crunchy, spicy bone-in wings or tender, white meat boneless wings are seasoned to perfection in Louisiana herbs and spices, and then tossed in so many different amazing flavors that you can't tell if one is better than the last. Pick your wing, choose your sauce, and savor all the flavor possibilities. It's the best of both wings, and they're only at Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
At participating U.S. restaurants.
Lexus invites you to experience the power of choice. From hybrid to plug-in hybrid to all-electric. Whichever Lexus electrified model you choose, it will undoubtedly feel
amazing.
Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event, now through March 31st. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ. 42 for Paul Pierce. A three-pointer for Danny. KG is locked and loaded tonight.
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
Kevin Garnett taps the rebound away from Reggie Evans to himself. Outlets Rondo up the left side. Zings a pass to the right wing. Waiting. Ray Allen's three is good. And the Celtics have stormed off to an 11-0 lead.
Boom, ya, boom, ya, boom, ya, boom, ya.
17 years ago today, the Celtics, for the first time in 16 years, won their 50th game down in Philadelphia. It was also the Boston Celtics debut of Mr. Sam Cassell that night in Philadelphia on March 10th, 2008. Celtics headed for 50 wins again, looking for their 47th tonight. They lead the Jazz 53-47 as we go to the second half. And as they like to say on all the big news channels, they put the big banner breaking news. Kristaps Porzingis has spoken, and he has done it via social media. Let me read you the tweet that Kristaps Porzingis released right around the start of halftime, so about 15 minutes ago. Quote, "I've been dealing with some viral illness that we haven't been able to fully identify yet. I am recovering and getting better, but still working my way back to full strength to help this team. Thanks for the support, and I'm hoping for a healthy return soon." That was Kristaps Porzingis tweeted that about 15 minutes ago.
Well, I'm happy to see that he's tweeted out because it's the effect of everybody else continuously answering questions. And he answered his own question. I think that's a real cool thing.
We've been calling it. It's been called the way you have to do it in the NBA, non-COVID illness. And that's ironic today because 5 years ago tomorrow, the NBA shut down.
Wow, time is going by that fast?
Well, and I'll tell you something funny about that, too. When we get a whistle,
like
second
the
half.
Commodores would say.
Second half begins. I know where you and I were. We'll never forget that night in Milwaukee. Jazz wearing the road black uniforms, purple, white letters and numbers, purple trim. They're going right to left now in this second half, trailing by 6. Down the left side, Collier bumps Hauser away. Jumper from the mid block, no good. Rebound, Luke Cornett. Ball's been a little sticky in the hands of Jaylen Brown tonight. Spins on John Collins. They're really focusing on Jaylen, obviously, with Tatum, Porzingis, and Horford all out. Derek White lobs the entry to Drew Holiday. Pump fake, makes the extra handoff to Luke Cornett. Deflected off Cornett, out of bounds. Celtics turn it over.
Kessler with that big body of his. This is when you just has to put it up high on the glass, and then you got a big on the other side if it comes off.
6th turnover for the Jazz don't play games with equal turnovers. 6 turnovers for each side. Collins straightaway 3 is no good. Rebound, Jaylen Brown. Celtics shooting just 41% in this game. Drew Holiday shovels back to Sam Hauser, going to put it in the hands of Jaylen Brown deep in the right side. Sexton comes out to challenge. Jaylen gets to the free throw line. Good job by Sexton. Shuts him down. Forces the kick out to Hauser. Jaylen having a rough go here. 4 for 12. Derek White steps back away from Collier. Misses an open 3. And the rebound for Walker Kessler. He's 6th.
They've done a pretty good job of keeping Kessler off the glass.
Sexton inside the dotted line, floats it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Kessler 2 shots at it, but he can't deflect it home. And Luke Cornett eventually controls it. Celtics are a +6 on the glass here. Derek White zips into the left corner. Hauser jumps into a 3, no good. Back iron rebound, Holiday punches it in the air, but Juzang comes up with it, and he just got grabbed by Jaylen Brown without a call. He grabbed him by the arm. Johnny Juzang started at Kentucky, went to UCLA. Lob for Kessler, forced by Sexton. It's another Sexton turnover. Jaylen Brown coming the other way, finds the trailer. Hauser, good look at a 3. Got it, finally. Celtics have been just 8 of 29 shooting 3s before that one.
What made that happen also was watching Drew Holiday run the floor and take over the defender.
Lob again to the inside. This time it's Collins who runs it up, no good. Offensive rebound. Kessler put back off the window and in.
It's like so much bigger than everybody out there.
8 points, 9 rebounds now for Walker Kessler. Celtics by 7. Holiday finds Hauser, left corner 3. Got it, 2 in a row. Feels like the first time tonight Celtics have made 2 threes in a row.
Nice to see Sam get on a little roll here.
He got the start tonight with Jason Tatum out. He started 1 of 7 from 3, but he's hit 2 in a row. 59-49, first double-digit lead for either side. Colin Sexton moves it on the inside, caught by Kessler. He's pressured by Cornett, gives it up in the corner to Juzang. They swing it around the horn from Collier to Collins, straightaway 3, bounces short. Jaylen Brown, good job, steps in front of Juzang, has the rebound. Jaylen spins on Sexton and reaches out and commits the foul.
Shots, or they're going to give 2 shots for that? Wow. Are they getting shots for that? Shouldn't give them shots for that, but no shots.
So 5 years ago tomorrow, as you said, the league shut down. What was the game that shut the league down? Do you remember?
I'm going to say Dallas. You're going to go something.
No, it was not Dallas. Jaylen Brown. It was Rudy Gobert playing it. Collins rips the ball away from Jaylen Brown. Says, oh, they only don't get free throws. They don't get a shot. Collins drives. He's met at the rim. Derek White, among others, got a hand on it. Jaylen Brown comes the other way, goes to the left hand and scores.
Wow.
Celtics by 12. 61-49. 7 turnovers aside, which is a big victory for Utah. They turn the ball over 17.5 times a game, and they force fewer than 12 turnovers. Sexton gets the mid-block, forced it off the glass, no good. He gets his own rebound, put back is good. Sexton's now taking 12 shots in the game. Collins has taken 19. Drew Holiday Has Kessler in front of him, so he backs it out, throws the bounce entry to Cornette. Recognize that Kessler isn't in the paint. Turnaround jump hook is no good. Cornette missed that by a mile. Being defended by Collier. Juzang, entry to John Collins. Pumps with Derek White. Flips it up. First one was blocked, but the rebound comes right back to him, and he attacks the rim and slams it home. And the lead is down to 8. Joe Mazzulla will call a timeout. 8:13 to go. Third quarter. Where were you 5 years ago? We'll tell you where the NBA was. Boston 61, Utah 53 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The game is on the line, and I've only got a shot clock's worth of time to tell you about Subway's $6.99 foot-long deal. That's right. Order now in the Subway app and get any footlong on the menu for just $6.99. Fresh sliced deli meat, fresh crispy veggies. Too much good stuff. Get it now on the Subway app. Any footlong for just $6.99. Use code 699FL now. Only here for a limited time. Redeemable at participating U.S. restaurants. Subway app. Online orders only. Add-ons additional plus tax. Additional fees apply on delivery. Excludes footlong snacks. Limited time.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Downy the rinse straight. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Popeyes has the wings you crave as a meal, for a snack, or to fill the table at your next party. Crunchy, spicy bone-in wings or tender, white meat boneless wings are seasoned to perfection in Louisiana herbs and spices, and then tossed in so many different amazing flavors that you can't tell if one is better than the last. Pick your wing, choose your sauce, and savor all the flavor possibilities. It's the best of both wings, and they're only at Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
At participating U.S. restaurants.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Celtics by 8 in a lackluster game. Certainly back on league pass tonight. Celtics lead the Jazz by 8, but 8:13 to go in the third quarter. So 5 years ago today, we were in Indiana as the Celtics came. They almost blew a big lead to beat the Pacers. And it was clear that we were creeping towards a major decision to be made by the NBA. The next night was the day the league shut down. What was the game that shut the league down? With Rudy Gobert in it, it was Utah and Oklahoma City, where Chris Paul was playing for the Thunder. Who are the two teams the Celtics are playing here on the day before and the day after the anniversary? Utah and OKC.
Okay.
Thunder will play Denver again tonight and then fly to Boston tomorrow. Hauser catch and shoot. Quick three off the timeout. Knocks it down. Derek White got the ball to him immediately. Celtics needed a hot hand at Sam Hauser. He's made 3 threes already in the quarter. Celtics have the largest lead for either side tonight, now up by 11.
Coming off those picks. That was a delayed pick.
64-53. Third quarters where the Celtics won a game Saturday. Collins left side three is no good.
Good
Rebound
job.
Drew Holiday.
Great rebound over Kessler.
Celtics +4 on the glass. Derek White attacks, lob for Cornette. Trying to throw it down. He'll get the foul call after missing a dunk. And Luke Cornette will go to the line here. Utah just 3 of 21 from 3. Not being able to take advantage of a bad three-point shooting night for the Celtics.
Let's see, Luke could knock down a couple free throws. Hadn't been as efficient as he has been.
Is there such a thing as a free throw slump?
Yep, right there.
As Cornette misses another.
Right there. And watch this. What he's not doing, he's not putting his feet in cement. He's moving even after he shoots, when he shoots the basketball.
Gets the second. 65-53. Celtics by 12. 7:31 to go third quarter. Lackluster offense has been one of the worst offensive games for the Celtics this year. Long two for Collins is good right side. Collins is 0 for 9 from 3, but he's made 2 shots with his toe on the line. 65-55. Jaylen Brown getting harassed by Sexton. Looks back at the official, now starts his drive, elevates. He lost the ball out of bounds. Was it deflected? They're saying yes. They're giving this back to Boston, which I'm not sure about. Collier was about to take that ball in bounds. Svi Mihalik, who is not wearing the ring that he received before the game tonight, checks back in for Utah.
It'd be hard to shoot a basketball with those big giant monsters on.
That'd be some pretty good drip. Derek White under out of bounds into Jaylen Brown. Cornette going to put it in the hands of Drew Holiday. Celtics with 4 on the shot clock. Holiday kick out. Hauser going to have to take a deep one here. Steps away from one defender and knocks down another one. 4th 3 of the quarter for Sam Hauser. Celtics needed someone to knock down some of these shots, and Hauser has answered the call. Boston by 13.
Then very relaxed when he shot that basketball. Pump fake, knew exactly how much time was on the clock.
68-55. John Collins closed down by Hauser, attacks the paint, elevates, runs it up the glass, no good. Scramble for the rebound. It's going to end up in the hands of Mihalik. Juzang, right-hand dribble past Hauser, push pass to the corner. John Collins doesn't take the open shot. Instead, he's going to drive, gets in deep, steps through Hauser and Jaylen Brown and throws it down.
That was a tough shot. All the way into the basket and eluded 2 defenders.
John Collins has taken 25 shots tonight. Derek White pump fake. Mihalik crashes into him. Derek White plays him like a fiddle, scores off the window, and goes to the line with a chance for 3.
I wish I could do it now. It's cold. It's not even let me get the fiddle going.
It's kind of why I went with it, because I didn't think you'd be able to hit us with the regular sound effects.
I tried. Do what I can do.
Yeah.
These big old red horse pills right here. I'll tell you.
All right. I will bite on John Collins' career-high field goal attempts. 26. He's got 25 tonight, midway through the 3rd.
Well, you said he had the green light. No, please, you can't be trying to do the wave move right now.
Said it's a league pass Monday night, so people are getting bored out there. Celtics have pushed the lead to 14 now. This is a tie game early in the 2nd quarter. Utah was only down 4 late in the 2nd. They were down 6 at the half. Now it's 14, 71-57, midway through the 3rd right now if you're syncing up with TV. He's swinging around the horn. The Jazz do to Collier. Straightaway 3. Boulder. Back iron. Long rebound, though. Juzang's able to push it out to Mihalik. He's going to attack. Hand off to Kessler underneath. Ball punched away from him by Cornette. 8th Utah turnover. Here's Drew Holiday into the offensive end. Drop back to the trailer. Open 3 for Jaylen Brown. It's no good. The rebound is the 10th for Kessler. I thought he was going to get 20 tonight. He's off to a slow start, but there's number 10 midway through the 3rd. 25 the other night. Collier puts in the right hand, shovel pass for the trailer. KJ Martin, ball punched away from him. Derek White pounces on it. Drop back to the trailer. Hauser, another 3. His 5th of the quarter.
Wow. That'll rock you to sleep.
Timeout, Will Hardy. Sam Hauser, 1 of 5 from 3 in the first half. 5 of 7 in the quarter. And the Celtics have their largest lead. 5:19 to go. Quarter number 3, Boston 74, Utah 57 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
Hey folks, it's Brian from Norfolk Power. Contractors, get in now and build your custom equipment package. Norfolk Power is a leading destination for your attachment needs, including diamond mulching heads, Encon rotators, and Land Pride construction attachments with aggressive financing options. Want to look stylish? Pull that equipment package with the Max D trailer. Visit any of our Norfolk Power stores or text us at 508-384-0011. Norfolk Power, celebrating 50 years in business.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
The game is on the line, and I've only got a shot clock's worth of time to tell you about Subway's $6.99 footlong deal. That's right. Order now in the Subway app and get any footlong on the menu for just $6.99. Fresh sliced deli meat, fresh crispy veggies. Too much good stuff. Get it now on the Subway app. Any footlong for just $6.99. Use code 699FL now. Only here for a limited time. Redeemable at participating U.S. restaurants. Subway app. Online orders only. Add-ons additional plus tax. Additional fees apply on delivery. Excludes footlong snacks. Limited time.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Game plan upgrade brought to you by NetSuite by Oracle. Companies of all sizes have harnessed the power of NetSuite by Oracle and AI to improve forecasting, planning, customer support, uncover insightful, profit-driven recommendations for your business today. Learn more at netsuite.com/Celtics. They haven't so much upgraded the game plan as Sam Hauser's made some shots here. Filipowski hits from 16 feet straight away. And the latest Sam Hauser run, we're at 74-59. Largest lead for the Celtics was 17. Now it's 15 with 5 minutes to go in the third. So a really ugly offensive first half for both sides. Celtics getting some shots to fall now. Out shooting Utah for the first time. Hauser coming off a curl. Catch and shoot has another one. 6th of the quarter, 7th of the game for Sam Hauser. Celtics by 18.
Blame on.
It was almost a year ago he went on this crazy heater just like this in Washington. Sexton elbow jumper, no good. Rebound, Cada. And there comes Jaylen Brown in the middle of the floor looking for Hauser. Spins instead on Sexton, gets in deep and scores with a left-hand layup. And there's the 20-point lead out of nowhere. Mahalik, pump fake, kick back to Sexton, standing on the three-point line, puts in the hands of Filipowski. His straightaway three, rims out. Rebound, Cada. Utah has taken 23 threes and missed 20 of them. Boston by 20 on the ball. Jaylen Brown spins on Mahalik, lobs it in the air for Cada, who lays it in.
Now you're just having fun. Now you're just showing off.
Took a while for the Celtics to get this one unlocked, but just like that, they're up by 22. Attacking Sexton, moves it to the corner. Collins rises for a three that's no good. Jaylen Brown the rebound. Collins, actually that wasn't Collins. That was Sensabaugh in the corner. Collins next shot. Hauser launches again. This was no good. That was a force. Rebound Filipowski. Got to get Collins back in the game so he can set a new career high in field goal attempts. What Sexton, I thought, might do tonight is he pulls up at 12 feet and shoots at about 10. Sexton 6 of 14. Plus 5 turnovers. They enter to Drew Holiday, lays it up with the left hand over Filipowski, no good. Boston by 22, 3:16 to go in the third. Sexton tries to cradle through 2 men. Gets away with the travel, throws back to Filipowski. Drew Holiday in front of him. Now they'll reset with Sexton, 9 of the shot clock. It's a tie game in the middle of the second quarter. Celtics out by 22. Bad entry to Filipowski, knocked away by Hauser. Drew Holiday looking around, finds Jaylen Brown, steps into the baseline, pump fake, foul by K.J. Martin.
Boy, K.J. Martin. Now, that's a foul like his father would give. His father was not going to give you any easy opportunities going towards the hole. I used to love to hear the interviews he would talk about. He said, not tough guys in the NBA. Time he said he slapped. He said, and it was funny though. He said he slapped Karl Malone in the back of the head. Karl Malone didn't even flinch. He didn't want that smoke either.
Kenyon Martin, of course, won a couple of Eastern Conference championships with the Nets, including one in this building in 2002 as Jaylen Brown gets the first free throw. Celtics this year now, 31 20-point leads, 5 20-point deficits. Feels like they've had, during this run in which they have regained their mojo and their championship form, feels like they've led by 20 almost every night. Celtics have run off 9 straight. This was a close game not that long ago. Now Boston's up by 24, 83-59, 2:47 to go in the third. Utah put together 3-4 good quarters between last night in Philadelphia and tonight in Boston, but there's too much of a talent disparity. Long three from the corner. No good. That was K.J. Martin. Racing up the left side comes Jaylen Brown. Pulls up on Filipowski. His three. Front iron. No good. Rebound. Hauser can't get it away from Sensabaugh. Moves it ahead to Filipowski, who attacks Cada. Goes off the window and in.
Might hit Cada in the face here.
That ends the Boston run. 83-61. Celtics by 22. 2:13 to go in the third. On a lackluster, get it over with and get to OKC kind of night. Bounce pass from Holiday to Hauser. He drives baseline, elevates, and gets met at the rim. Offensive rebound kicked out to Pritchard. Return to Hauser, and he is fouled on the way towards the basket by KJ Martin. Utah is over the limit. Well, the Celtics have not been called for a foul here in this third quarter.
One of the things that might have happened, though, when Sam came in to dunk that basketball, he might have tweaked that ankle again. Kind of going back and forth. That's a great kid to get to know. Kind of his family.
Yeah, his family's great.
Really nice people.
And they will all get to enjoy, as we will now, the 5th and 6th free throw attempts of the season for Sam Hauser.
I told Sam, I said, oh, where'd you graduate? Oh, I started here. And I went here. Then I finished. It's like, whoa, that's what I'm talking about.
Get used to that. Look around this Utah rod. We're talking about Juzang, Kentucky to UCLA. Walker Kessler transferred. Free throws good here for Sam Hauser. Is now 6 for 6 this year from the line. 85-61. Boston by 24. Final 2 minutes, third quarter. Mihalik over the shoulder pass. KJ Martin and the Sexton. Returns it right side. Mihalik is wide open for a right side three. That's good.
That's why my school, UNC Charlotte, will have a hard time ever getting back to the Final Four. It's difficult, but you can't keep your players anymore.
In about a quarter since Utah had made a three, they had missed 7 in a row. That's their 4th of the night. 4 for 26. Peyton Pritchard enters the Cada. Cada turns on Martin, steps through him, reverses it, throwing down with the right hand slam. A 34-point third quarter and counting for the Celtics here with 1:14 to go after scoring just 53 in the first half. 87-64 is the Boston lead. Sexton, jump pass into the left corner. 3 in the air is good for Sensabaugh. Back-to-back threes for Utah. Long lead, Hauser in the corner. Hauser's made 6 threes already in the corner. Steps back to his right, hits another one. 7 threes in the quarter for Sam Hauser. 90-67. Attacking and drawing a foul, getting knocked down to Sexton. He will shoot free throws.
It's just sad, really, that they get a chance to see Larry Bird on a heater like that. You saw him at that three-point shooting contest, but in a regular game, I would love to see him like that. I know he had that big game in down in New Orleans, but still in that game, I wasn't even there because I was home. I didn't watch it on TV.
It is the 20th time in NBA history someone's made 7 threes in a quarter. Klay Thompson has a record with 9. Sexton gets the free throws. Still 45 seconds to go, so potentially a couple of possessions here for the Celtics, leading by 21. Only Klay Thompson, Kelly Oubre, and Kevin Love have ever made 8 in a quarter. And here's Sam trying it, but he misses off the back iron. And a rebound for Mihalik. Celtics will get one more chance here. Sexton going to pull up, deep 3 over Pritchard. That is no good, and the rebound belongs to Jaylen Brown.
That was a good setup play there by Pritchard. So a pick and roll, and Sam Hauser coming off nicely.
4-second differential on the 2 clock, so we count it down. Boston by 21, but the story here is Sam Hauser has made 7 threes in the quarter. Jaylen Brown deep on the right side, switches to the left hand, drives, attacks, scoops. No good. Missed everything. 4 seconds to go. Sends the ball racing into the front court. Hands to Filipowski. Steps back behind the three-point line. Misses at the buzzer. And that will do it for the Sam Hauser portion of the program. He makes 7 threes in the third quarter. And the Celtics break open a close game. Boston led by 1 at the end of 1, by 6 at halftime. Up by 21 as we make the turn for home. End of 3 at the Garden. Boston 90, Utah 69. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Blink and get more. More what, you ask? More value with smart home security at an even smarter price. More simplicity with easy install. More convenience with up to 2 years of battery life. And more connection so you can check in from anywhere. Hi, Boomer. Who's a good boy? The best part? With Blink Smart Home Security, you'll get all this without spending more. So blink and get more. To learn more, visit Amazon.com/blink.
Are you taking steps to help protect your money from the potential impact of world war? Russia and Ukraine, Israel, Gaza. We've seen threats from Iran, and now Syria has been taken over by extremists, putting the entire region at risk. The question is, how much more international conflict can we handle? And what impacts will these conflicts have on the global economy and your retirement savings? Right now, thousands of hardworking Americans are turning to precious metals like gold and silver to help them protect their hard-earned savings. You may not be able to control these global conflicts around the world, but you can control how you diversify your money. And that's where gold and silver could help. Right now, you can get a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. On top of that, you could get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver, but only while supplies last. So don't wait. Call 855-GOLD-IRA to get your free copy today and find out if you qualify for up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. That's 855-GOLD-IRA. One more time, 855-GOLD-IRA.
When you're in HR, it can feel like nothing is easy. From payroll to PTO, from onboarding to benefits, and everything in between. It's a constant juggle of tasks, systems, and spreadsheets. But your HR software? That's the easy part. Meet Bamboo HR. Trusted by over 34,000 companies, it handles all your HR tasks, payroll, benefits, and time tracking, so your team and your company can grow as fast as, well, Bamboo. And Bamboo HR software is actually easy to use. One simple system that pulls all your people data together in one place, so you can ditch scattered systems and wasted hours on tasks that should only take minutes. Because when HR is easier, you can focus on what matters most, your people. HR is hard. Bamboo HR is easy. Ready to simplify all your HR tasks? For a limited time, get a $100 Visa gift card when you complete a free demo at bamboohr.com/gift card. Again, that's bamboohr.com/gift card. Terms and conditions apply.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
To the fourth quarter we go at the Garden after Sam Hauser becomes the 20th player in NBA history to make 7 threes in a quarter, plus the 2 free throws. 23 of his 28 points coming in the third as the Celtics take a close game and now carry a 21-point lead into the fourth, 90-69.
Hand out.
He finally does come out. Pritchard floats it to Derek White, who had a big second quarter. Derek White attacks, pulls up on Filipowski. Shot bounces out, but he's fouled. And Derek White will go to the line to begin the fourth.
The smartness of these guys, again, when they get in that situation where he drives towards the basket, realize that the defender is on him, goes up and gets his elbow hit, gets 2 free throws. Smart play. The game is not that difficult. Sometimes people make it more difficult.
Derek White gets the first free throw.
It's such a joy to see Derek back where he was. You know, when he was kind of an all-star. He's just not thinking, he's flowing, he's just playing the game.
It's a joy to see him having joy again, because that's what he felt was missing. In January, he just wasn't having fun coming to the ballpark every night. I was happy to see him talk about it, because a lot of guys won't. He gets the free throws here, 92-69. Again, updating among our top stories tonight, Kristaps Porzingis sending out a social media missive at halftime, basically saying he's suffering from a viral illness that they haven't figured out yet, and he hopes to be back soon. Celtics in his zone here, leading by 23. Sexton gets to about 10 feet, then throws it out of the wing, waiting. Sensabaugh, 3 is good. Suddenly the Jazz are knocking down some shots here.
Sensabaugh getting over in that corner. Nice little pick there by Kessler.
Utah started 3 of 25 from 3. Now they're 3 for their last 5, but they trail by 20, 92-72. Derek White moves into the corner. Baylor Shireman. Hand back to Derek White. Pretty good look at the right side 3. No good. On the weak side defensive rebound comes to Cody Williams. Sensabaugh. Pull up 3 on Keita is good. Wow. Now they can't miss. It's back to 17, 92-75. Celtics with Pritchard, Cato, White, Torrey Craig, and Baylor Shireman. 5 on the floor here to be in the fourth. Peyton Pritchard steps way back behind the line. His three bounces out. Rebound knocked away from Cody Williams, out of bounds by Cato. It'll be Utah ball, and that's the bizarre thing. These are the kind of nights that Peyton Pritchard usually goes crazy, and he is just 1 for 9 tonight. 3 points, 3 assists. Utah trying to hang around. They made a big run late in the game last night to Philadelphia to get back in. Here's John Collins open, and finally, on his 10th try, he knocks down a 3. It is a 9-0 run. Utah started 3 of 25 from 3. They just made 3 in a row. They cut it from 23 down to 14, 92-78. Derek White finds Baylor Shireman, air ball 3. And Celtics have got some work to do here. The Jazz took the Sixers down to the wire last night after falling behind by a similar score. They were down by 22 in the fourth quarter last night in Philadelphia. Fought back. They were down by 23. Here they've scored 9 in a row, and they've got it back. John Collins attacks. It's gobbled up by Cato, but he's got the ball back. There's a tough bounce pass. Sexton against Derek White. Baseline extended. Sexton turns the corner, and Derek White just blocked the shot clean. That field goal attempt did count for Collins, so a career-high 27 shots for John Collins tonight in his return. Peyton Pritchard, left-hand dribble to the dotted line, moves it out to the wing. Torrey Craig, step-back 3 is no good. Rebound, Cato, back taps it, but right to Collins. Sexton, long lead, ahead of the field. Collins lays it up and in, and the lead is down to 12. 11-0 Utah run out of nowhere, just like last night. John Collins has 23 points, which looks good until you realize he's taken 29 shots. This became a game quickly. Peyton Pritchard ducks the shoulder. Filipowski in front of him. Pritchard kick out. Torrey Craig open again. 3 is no good. Baylor Shireman back taps the offensive rebound to Derek White. Moves it to Pritchard. Pritchard sets, fires 3.
Well, he said Pritchard going to hit a shot or 2. This time behind the line by himself. It took his time to get that off.
I feel like Pritchard hit his first shot tonight and then missed 8 in a row before making that one. 95-80. Boston by 15. 8:47 to go. Left side 3 from Sensabaugh is good. Now they just cannot miss. This is crazy.
Might have banked that one here.
Utah has hit 6 of their last 8 from 3 after starting 3 for 25. 95-83. Boston by 12. 8:31 to go. Peyton Pritchard against Filipowski. Switches to the left hand. Drives, cradles it, runs it off the window and in. That's become a reliable shot now for Peyton Pritchard. 97-83. Sexton jostled as he attacks and gets fouled.
Should be on the side here. Peyton Pritchard used that left hand this time to just kind of flip that basketball up.
For Utah, number 19, being highlighted back into the ball game.
So Cody Williams back in the game. Utah's lottery pick last year. Another one of these Colorado guys for Derek White to play against. Utah down by 14 here with 8:13 to go. Filipowski hounded by Torrey Craig. Spins to his left. And they're calling a foul here on Torrey Craig, I think, on the floor. Couple team fouls against the Celtics. Their first 2 of the quarter in this sequence. This got uncomfortable quickly. Celtics, it was a close game until early in the third quarter. Celtics pushed the lead from 6 all the way to 23. 11-0 run. Here's a lob on the inside. Cody Williams will lay it in. That's enough for Joe Mazzulla. They'll call a timeout. Celtics have let go of the rope here, and now we got a ball game. 8:07 to go. Boston 97, Utah 85 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You can shop during this ad by saying, Alexa, add to cart. You are bountiful. Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails fruit pectin gummies with collagen and biotin, plus antioxidants C and E, help you shine from the inside out. To add Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails gummies with collagen and biotin to your cart, just say, Alexa, add to cart. That's Alexa, add to cart.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket, all while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
A little uncomfortable in the building now. Sellout crowd watching as the 23-point lead has been whittled down to 12. 97-85 Boston with 8:07 to go. Attendance brought to you by Ticketmaster. Join the crowd of excitement at a future Celtics game by ordering your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. If you can get tickets for Wednesday night when the OKC Thunder, who have 73 in the first half tonight against Denver in the rematch from yesterday's crazy finish for OKC as they blew out the Nuggets in a close game midway through the fourth. SGA with 15 in the first half. Thunder 10 threes, 53% from the floor. And remember, the Celtics had them down, had a foot on their throat late in the third quarter of the game at OKC, that Sunday afternoon game in early January. And then Thunder have won the fourth quarter all year, beat the Celtics that night. They'll try to sweep them. Funny, we're talking about Atlanta. That's one of the few teams going to win the season series for the Celtics this year. Pritchard, bounce pass into the corner. Derek White rises. Three comes up short. And the rebound cradled with one hand by John Collins. Utah can make this a 10-point game or better here on this trip with 7:43 to go. Mahalik returns to Cody Williams. Pressured by Shireman. Cody Williams keeps him at bay. Now John Collins against Peyton Pritchard. Switches to the left hand. He's at the free throw line, turns, zips into the corner, sends the ball, quick three, no good. That ends the run of made threes for Utah. And the rebound for Cater.
Just enough of a challenge there by Craig.
Pritchard, left side of the floor, John Collins in front of him. Pritchard switches to the left hand, can't get around Collins, push pass back to Derek White. White enters in deep. Cater, tough catch for him. Derek White threw it away. Celtics give away 2 points. Cater was all alone. Derek White threw a bad pass. Now, Sensabaugh drives, knocks Baylor Shireman backwards. Offensive foul. That's a big play. Sensabaugh made the shot, but the charge taken by the rookie Baylor Shireman will give it back to Boston, leading by 12 with 7:03 to go.
Shireman prides himself on that particular play, or they're going to challenge him.
If I'm Will Hardy, I'm challenging that. Shireman was clearly moving. And this is a big, big challenge here because Sensabaugh made the shot. And if they reverse that call, it could be a three-point play. 7:03 to go. Boston 97, Utah 85. And maybe more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You can shop during this ad by saying, Alexa, add to cart. You are bountiful. Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails fruit pectin gummies with collagen and biotin, plus antioxidants C and E, help you shine from the inside out. To add Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails gummies with collagen and biotin to your cart, just say, Alexa, add to cart. That's Alexa, add to cart.
Hey folks, it's Brian from Norfolk Power, landscape and property management pros. Are you ready for the upcoming mowing season? Get in now for the best selection of Walker and Wright mowers. Or go electric this season with Mean Green. Norfolk Power is a leading destination for all your mower needs with aggressive financing options. Want to look stylish? Well, of course you do. Pull that equipment package with a Max D trailer. Visit any of our Norfolk Power stores or text us at 508-384-0011. Norfolk Power, celebrating 50 years in business.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Plus tax, tag license, $400 doc fee, and first payment with approved credit, 39-month leases, $54.99 due at signing, 0 security, 10,000 miles, ends 3/2/25.
More inventory means bigger savings.
Go to Greco, go to Greco.
There's more to move with over 250 new Toyotas at Greco Toyota. Like a new 2025 Toyota Corolla Cross L for only $195 a month. $195 a month. Or move in on a new 2025 Toyota Camry LE for just $229 a month. $229 a month. Plus, trade in your current vehicle and get paid top dollar to use as a down payment. Greco Toyota has more inventory and more savings while they last. A new Corolla Cross for only $195 a month. Or new Camry battery for just $229 a month. So make your move on a new Toyota with a low payment at Greco Toyota. Minutes from anywhere on Route 44 in East Providence. Or shop online at GrecoToyota.com.
Will exceed your expectations. We guarantee it.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Celtics by 12, but a big call coming up here. Bill Kennedy about to announce the result of Will Hardy's coach's challenge, which could give Utah 3 points.
After reviewing the play, the defender was not in a legal guarding position prior to the upward motion. The call has been overturned to a blocking foul. The ball went in the basket, and we will resume play with one free throw. The coach's challenge has been deemed successful.
So instead of Boston ball up by 12, now Sensabaugh will go to the line to try to get Utah within 9 for the first time since early in the third quarter. That's the right call.
Yeah, Shireman move. You guess.
The only hope you had, Shireman was clearly moving, was that Sensabaugh was too aggressive in knocking him backwards, but that was not the call. And instead, there would have been a big play for Shireman, but instead, potential three-point play, and it is. Sensabaugh makes the free throw, and now the Celtics have let the Jazz right back in it. It's a three-possession game, 97-88. Boston by 9, and the ball, 6:59 to go.
We're bringing the fireman back in. Hauser.
Sam Hauser, 7 threes in the third quarter. He catches from Jaylen Brown. Left-hand dribble. Hauser coming strong. Floats it up for the mid-block and gets the bounce. When it's your night, it's your night. 30-point night for Sam Hauser. Quick pull-up three. Mihajlovic, and that's good. This is crazy. Utah started 3 of 26 from 3. 3 of 25. So they are now 7 of their last 10. 8-point game, 99-91. Jaylen Brown exposes the ball. Filipowski knocks it away. Jaylen's able to go get it. Boston lead down 8. Jaylen drives on Filipowski, turns to the dot line. Here's that step-back jumper, no good. Not a high-quality shot. Rebound for Utah. Here's Mihajlovic driving on Pritchard. Spins back in the right hand, attacks the baseline. Pritchard stays in front of him, forces the kick out. Sends the ball, puts to the floor, pushes Derek White away, hits the 10-footer, and it is a 2-possession game. This is the exact same game Utah played last night in Philadelphia. Well, tonight they're doing it against the Celtics in Boston, 99-93. Derek White. Bounce pass for Hauser. Return to Derek White on the right side. He's going to attack with a left-hand dribble, dotted line floater, back iron, no good. Rebound Utah. It's Sensabaugh. Derek White back defensively. Sensabaugh drives, turns, fades at the free throw line, bounces out, rebound Jaylen Brown.
Great box out there.
That would have made it a 4-point game. 24-6 is the Utah run here. Jaylen Brown, stop and start. Drives in the paint. 2 pump fakes on Kessler. Third time, draws the foul.
Kessler with that big body here is just slapped down on the basketball. Now, the only thing about all this that Utah has done, they've challenged, so they have no more challenges. So everything else is a freebie.
Sam Hauser, his career high in the game was 20. Well, actually, that can't be right. That's what the Celtics say, but that's wrong because he made all the threes in Washington last year. But he had a 23, but career high certainly for a quarter. So he had 23 in the third quarter. First free throw bounced in by Jaylen Brown. I feel like Sam had, I want to say, a 34 in that game in Washington last year. 30 tonight in 31 minutes. Jaylen Brown gets the free throws. Boston by 8, 101-93. The rookie Collier will walk the dog in the backcourt. Now pick it up. Clock rolling with 5:06 to go. Sensabaugh for Williams. Floats back to Sensabaugh. Good look. Left side three. Swish. 5-point game. And the Jazz are now 8 of their last 11 from 3.
It was a great play by the Jazz. A little delayed break.
Hauser had 23 in the third quarter. Bryce Sensabaugh has 17 in the fourth quarter tonight. Boston lead is down to 5, 101-96. Jalen dribbles behind his back. Kick out Hauser. How about another three? Way short. Rebound kicked around. Sensabaugh's got it. Sam Hauser fell down. Open man. Lead pass. Great block by Jaylen Brown blocking Williams. But an offensive rebound for John Collins. He runs it up no good. Late foul call. And John Collins will go to the free throw line to try to make this a one-possession game.
Collins just kind of folded up. Let me see this. Where's the foul at?
Saying hand on hip. Joe Mazzulla is looking back at the bench to see if it's worth challenging. They will not challenge. John Collins, a good free throw shooter. If his arm isn't tired from shooting all night. Career high 27 field goal attempts. His first free throw. It's good.
This guy played, some up and down games against the Celtics when he was in Atlanta. I thought it was a big time. He was a shot blocker, he was a rebounder. They didn't really use him the way I thought they should have, more on the post in ISO situations.
Fans trying to distract John Collins at the free throw line, but his second one is perfect. And the Celtics, who led this game by 23 early in the fourth quarter, now are trying to protect a one-possession lead. 101-98 with 4:19 to go. Derek White, cross-court. Jaylen Brown has room for the slot drive. He elevates, floats it up and in.
There's a nice arc on that basketball over the defender.
Celtics need Jaylen Brown to come up big. He was just 6 of 18 tonight till that make. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. 103-98. Boston by 5, 4 minutes ago. Collins is open. Right side, 3 is good. 2-point game. A 32-point fourth quarter for Utah. 32 points in 8 minutes. And they have made 9 of their last 12 from 3. 103-101. Derek White drives the right side on Kessler. Stops in the paint. Kessler waiting, so forces the kick out to Hauser. Runs to his left, launches a crazy tough 3, air ball. Rebound, Jazz have it. They can tie or better. Long lead pass picked off by Sam Hauser, but he falls to the ground after he came up with the ball. It goes out of bounds. Utah will get it, but Sam Hauser at the very least takes the layup away.
Great athletic play there. They able to keep that basketball alive.
Celtics win probability with 99.6. Up by 23 early in the fourth quarter. Now it is down to 61.8. 32-11.
Watch out if Collins gets another look at it. He's going to put that ball up beyond the three-point line.
And the Utah Jazz started 3 for 25 from 3. Now 9 of their last 12. Under out of bounds, then safe for the Sexton. Utah can tie here. Sensabaugh finds Kessler, who attacks, goes to the left hand. It bounces in, and the Utah Jazz have made up a 23-point fourth quarter deficit. And we start over again, tied at 103 with 3:14 to go. You want to wear the crown? You're going to be the biggest game on the schedule for a team that's headed for the lottery. It's exactly what's happened here. This is their game 7. Jaylen Brown gets in deep on Sexton, misses off the glass, but draws the foul. And Jaylen Brown will go to the line to try to break the tie with 3:04 to go.
Right to the body of Sexton. This time he had a mouse in the house, took him right to the baseline. Elevated, got hit on the arm as he went up.
One of the best offensive quarter for Utah this year. And it comes in the fourth quarter at Boston.
No way it makes both these free throws.
First one's good, breaking the tie.
One down.
Will Hardy going to call timeout. Keep it here with 3:04 to go. Celtics now lead 104-103. Another free throw coming for Jaylen Brown. Nobody in foul trouble in this game. Utah on the second night of a back-to-back, but some of the key players here. Collins, Kessler, 2 of them did not play last night in Philadelphia. Sensabaugh has 22 points in 22 minutes off the bench, and suddenly you look at the numbers like Peyton Pritchard having a bad shooting night, and then the Celtics being so short-handed. Jaylen Brown just 7 of 19. Drew Holiday scored the first 5 points of this game for the Celtics, has scored 2 points since.
A couple step-back jump shots did go. A couple of his famous layups with the left hand, they would go. Let's look for those opportunities again now. Who's going to make those plays? Is it going to be Hauser? And also, you think about this way this game was going, maybe also was the no call or the Sharman looked like he took a charge to stop a two-pointer, and then the Jazz challenged and it became a three-point play.
Some of these games the Celtics have struggled. It has been the bench. It has been the culprit, and that has been the problem tonight. Celtics +8. And the starters -7 on the bench. That's a -11 for Torrey Craig, -11 for Shireman. Peyton Pritchard, 3 of 11, -6. And Bryce Sensabaugh and Cody Williams have been really good on the floor. Will Hardy's found the right combination tonight. Celtics took their foot off the gas, let go of the rope, and their 23-point lead disappeared. Jaylen Brown misses the second free throw, but the rebound belongs to Drew Holiday. Boston by 1. 2:57 to go. Derek White creeps down the right side against Kessler. Kick to the corner. Holiday 3. Got it. Must be the fourth quarter.
Drew is a big-time shooter.
Feels like Drew Holiday had to score in about 2 hours. 107-103. Boston by 4. 2:38 to go. Racing down the left side. Isaiah Collier shut out by Derek White. Throws back to Collins. Turns the corner. Ball stopped away by Holiday. Collins has it back. Throws up an awkward shot. No good. Rebounded by Cornette. 29th field goal attempt for John Collins tonight. Boston by 4. And the ball. 2:21 to go. Derek White out of the logo. John Collins cinches up his shorts on defense. Derek White steps back away from Kessler. 3 in the air. Rims out. Rebound. Back tap by Cornette. But Collins is able to come up with it and find Sexton. Sexton races into Drew Holiday, trying to slow him down. Sexton turns in the paint. Pump fake. Ball stopped away by Holiday. Loose on the floor. Coming up with it. Rising into Jaylen Brown and getting fouled was Collier.
Give him a pass off, though.
No, he's shooting.
It was a pass off, but he was on the team limit.
That wasn't why they called it, by the way. They called it a shooting foul on the floor, but obviously it does not matter. What a reversal from the third quarter in every possible way, including committing fouls.
Let's see this boy.
Collier, the rookie, not a great free throw shooter, 66%. Think about being the National High School Player of the Year 2 years later. We're playing against the champs at TD Garden with big fourth quarter free throws, first of which is good. Really impressive for the Jazz on the road. 30-plus games under 500. They come from 22 down to make it a game in Philadelphia last night in the fourth quarter. 23 down early in the fourth tonight. Now they're down by 3. Missed free throw. Bradley for the rebound. Collins has it, but he's stripped from behind. Wow. John Collins got that offensive rebound, but somebody made a play. Let's see who they give credit to the steal for. Not going to matter, but Celtics have it up by 3. Minute 48 to go. Jaylen Brown deep on the right side against Collins. Derek White sets the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Jaylen Brown pulls Kessler out. Now starts his drive. He's going to attack him and throw it down hard with the right hand. Jaylen Brown went at the giant, climbed the mountain, and slammed it home over Walker Kessler. 109-104. Pass to the wing. Deflected. Stolen by Drew Holiday. Celtics by 5. And the ball. Lead for Hauser. This could be a good night. 3, and it is. A monster slam by Jaylen Brown over Walker Kessler, and then the 9th 3 of the night for Sam Hauser. And suddenly, Celtics Nation can breathe easy. Sexton falls down in the paint, drop back to Kessler. He drives, spins, and gets fouled by Luke Cornette.
Wow. Talking about guys making plays. Brown was the one created that first time. So he came in and dunked. Just dribbled fast and pushed his ankle at the end because he came down and watch him grab the back of his leg here, Sean. He dunks the basketball. He comes back and kind of grabs the back of his calf. And Kessler, who is not a good free throw shooter,
goes to the line with Utah down 8. And that first one barely gets to the front iron. You can tell when that left his hand, it had no chance. Two plays, sometimes all it takes. Jaylen Brown drive and slam over Kessler. You can't go around him. You have to go over him somehow. Jaylen Brown found a way, and then Hauser's 9th three of the night.
Or you just go through him.
Kessler gets the second free throw. But Utah's down by 7 as the clock is rolling. 104, 103, 102 to go. Ooh. This got way too close to the comfort. Derek White against Walker Kessler. We're in the final minute. 8 on the shot clock. Derek White, pull up 3. No good back iron. Long rebound. Hits Sam Hauser in the head. Utah comes up with it 4-on-1. Sets the ball. Kick out. They need this 3 from the corner. Got it. It's Isaiah Collier. So it's a 4-point game. Now Utah, let's see, they don't have to foul in theory, but the Celtics can run a lot of clock here with 36 seconds to go. And Utah will start fouling. They had the foul to give, which is another reason you have to start doing it. So Celtics will have it side out of bounds, up by 4 with 36.6 to go.
Turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over. Make sure you read it into the hands of the passer.
Marcus Smart made 11 threes in the game. Jaylen Brown 10. Sam Hauser 10 last year. Peyton Pritchard made 10 last week. Sam Hauser joins the list that includes Antoine Walker, Isaiah Thomas, and Jason Tatum, and Derek White. That's made 9 in the game. Sam Hauser comes out, offense for defense substitution, gets a huge ovation, but he'll be going back in. Timeout called. 34 seconds to go.
But I'd love to have him in the offense.
I'm surprised that he's coming out now. Jaylen Brown gets knocked down. Derek White. Again, top of the circle. 5 on the shot clock. Derek White puts it in the right hand, pulls up. 18-footer, bounces out. Offensive rebound, Luke Cornett. And he gets fouled.
Look at Luke barking. Barking at his teammates.
Joe Mazzulla will grab a timeout before the Cornett free throws with 18.3 to go. Or did Joe Mazzulla get that timeout in before Cornett got fouled? Because he clearly was fouled. They called a foul on the floor. But did Bill Kennedy come from the backside and say Joe Mazzulla called timeout first? That must be what happened. And that's what Bill Kennedy is now breaking from the pack of the other officials, because Will Hart wants clarification on what exactly happened there, because Derek Richardson called a foul, but Joe Mazzulla got credited with calling the timeout before the foul call. So no Cornett free throws. Celtics will have it side of the bounds with 18 seconds to go, up by 4.
Well, the thing it does, it puts pressure on more pressure on Utah. Now they have to play perfect. You shoot a couple free throws here, and that's it.
Celtics, a dreaded in-between game between the two monster high-profile games. There aren't going to be that many left. Celtics will be swimming in league pass waters for a lot of the final 5 weeks of the season. But the monster game against the Lakers Saturday, a huge game against the crazy hot Thunder, who, if they win tonight, will be 54-11 when they get here on Wednesday. And the Celtics owe them one, but the in-between game, the Celtics playing it without Porzingis, Tatum, and Horford tonight, had this thing seemingly in their pocket, up by 23 early in the fourth. Utah came back to tie it. Now the Celtics 18 seconds away. Inbound. Inside for the Jaylen Brown. Utah has to foul. John Collins gives it with 15.9 to go. Jaylen Brown will shoot the free throws, with the Celtics leading 112-108.
Jaylen Brown did a good thing, going to the basketball. And sometimes what guys don't do, they don't go run through basketball. It gives an opportunity for the defenders to run through the passing lane if you don't keep a body on them. Like I said, this is a little strange. Hauser now coming back in the game for defensive purposes, which has been so red hot offensively. First one, good.
I love it when you call the free throws. So Jaylen Brown, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, but 8 of 20 from the floor tonight. He missed all 5 of his threes.
But you bring Hauser back in now because you guard the three-point line.
Second free throw, hits every piece of the iron and then falls in. And Will Hardy will call the timeout. So let me do the count here. 1, 2, 3. 8 times in Celtics history entering last week. 8 times. A Celtic had made 9 threes in the game. And now it's happened 3 times in a week. Pritchard and Derek White against Portland last week and Sam Hauser tonight.
Sam got unreal hot in the second half. First half, not so much, but then start to get his confidence. And then when they shoot against his confidence, I don't care where he's at. He could be over in China to shoot the basketball here and can still knock him down.
(114-108). Celtics by 6. 15.9 to go. Just peeking to check on the Thunder. That's a close game now. Denver's come back to get within 3, but that was a close game yesterday in the fourth quarter. 20-13 and 5 for Jokic.
Denver has to get that game just from a confidence standpoint.
Just the matchup is going to be interesting in the Western Conference. Who's going to play who? After all this talk about the Warriors and Lakers finally being back, they could play in the first round easily. What's going to happen to the Lakers now with LeBron James out? Can Luka keep them in that second spot in the Western Conference? That seems like a tall order, especially tonight. They're playing without LeBron. Hachimura's not and Jackson Hayes is not playing. All right, 15.9 to go. Utah with the ball down 6. Inbound, ripped away from Collins by Drew Holiday. He will dribble into the front court, and the Celtics will watch the final seconds tick off the clock. The Utah Jazz did such a great job not turning it over tonight, but on the final possession, that's how their last chance goes away. Drew Holiday began the game by scoring the first 5 points. He ends it with a big 3 and a steal. That seals it. The Celtics lose a 23-point fourth quarter lead, but they pull away late to win it and improve to 47-18, and now finally can truly look ahead to Wednesday night when the eyes of the NBA world will be here as SGA and OKC come to town. The final score, Boston 114, Utah 108. More on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Geico's motorcycle expertise gives me coverage I need, like 24/7 claims. I'm on cloud 9.
Disclaimer, clouds are wholly unable to support the weight of an adult human.
What's happening?
Furthermore, clouds are not numbered. If you procured a jetpack and searched, you'd find cloud number 9. However, at that altitude, you'd likely find a flock of migrating snow geese.
Geese?
Who'd encourage you to leave your 24/7 Geico motorcycle claims insurance behind, as they would take you in and even share their dinner of crickets and clovers with you. Geico assumes no liability for any indigestion that may occur from a clover cricket dinner. Geico. Expertise for your motorcycle.
Plus tax tag $400 doc fee and first payment with approved credit. 39-month leases, $54.99 with signing. 0 security, 10,000 miles, ends 3/2/25.
More inventory means bigger savings. There's more to move with over 250 new Toyotas at Greco Toyota. Like a new 2025 Toyota Corolla Cross L for only $195 a month. $195 a month. Or move in on a new 2025 Toyota Camry LE for just $229 a month. $229 a month. Plus, trade in your current vehicle and get paid top dollar to use as a down payment. Greco Toyota has more inventory and more savings while they last. A new Corolla Cross for only $195 a month. Or new Camry for just $229 a month. So make your move on a new Toyota with a low payment at Greco Toyota. Minutes from anywhere on Route 44 in East Providence. Or shop online at GrecoToyota.com.
We'll exceed your expectations. We guarantee it.
Is your relationship with your bank in a rut? Might be time for someone new. At Navigant Credit Union, we offer better rates, fewer fees, and support that puts you first. Don't put it off. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now and TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service, real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Celtics 5, hand the ball, lead for Hauser. A good night for him. A monster slam by Jaylen Brown over Walker Kessler, and then the ninth three of the night for Sam Hauser. And suddenly, Celtics Nation can breathe easy. Back at the Garden, Sam got to hear his highlight at least. 114-108 is the final. 9 threes for this dude. He joins us outside the Celtics locker room. Career average 34 in that Washington game. By the way, before we start, how many threes would you have hit in that Washington game last year if you didn't get hurt?
The way I was feeling, I don't know. I think I could have tested the record.
All right, this one got dicey, obviously. There are very few people in the world who will ever be able to feel what you were feeling tonight in the second half. Can you possibly explain what it's like when it suddenly feels like everything's going in?
You just got to shoot like, a fresh slate every single shot. I missed a bunch in the first half, but, second half just came in with a different mindset, and they started falling. And I think once you see a couple go in, you get a little more confident and start letting it fly even more.
When you have everybody out, you have a couple players out that you have extra responsibilities. One, I saw that you were trying to rebound a little bit more.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do to help these guys get a win. With some guys out like Allen, KP, who are, our bigs down low, you got to come in and try to help out.
How valuable are these games? And now there are a lot of them, right? With guys out, we saw what happened last week against Portland and Philadelphia. It just feels like this prepares you for almost any scenario that could come your way later.
Yeah, you just never really know. I mean, last year, KP got hurt, and we had to step up collectively, and these are nights to work on that type of stuff, and you never know what night your number's going to be called, so you always got to be ready.
The thing that Joe really talks about is just that, being prepared. Anytime you come in, you come to the ballpark, you say, well, I might play 10 minutes, but when you throw in, you get a bunch of minutes, your mindset completely changes.
Oh, you just, like I said, you just never know, when that time's going to come, so you just got to prepare right, watch your film, get your body right. And
Joe likes that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does like that. He likes the uncertainty of a lot of things. So, but yeah, that's why we do so much work with the Stay Ready group guys. All of us, on off days, just getting our minds right for a moment like this.
And Joe's job is to say that every game is the same, and this doesn't matter any more than any other game, but you have to be excited about Wednesday night.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We're excited for sure.
Well, we'll see you then, my friend.
Yep, we'll see you.
Sam Hauser joining us after the Celtics 114-108 win over the Jazz. We'll wrap it next on the BetMGM 98.5 of the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Did you know GoodRx can help you save on medication, manage prescriptions, and get trusted health information? If you're one of the millions living with a heart condition, check GoodRx for a more affordable way to your health. GoodRx offers common heart medications for under $30. Just search for your prescription, find the best price, then show your pharmacist the GoodRx coupon. And it works whether you have insurance or not. To start saving and better manage your heart health, download the free app or visit GoodRx.com today. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket, all while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
You may want to be sitting down for this. ADT, a leader in home security, is teaming up with Google, a leader in technology, for a deal that's twice as nice. That's twice the peace of mind, twice the next-gen protection. Now you can stand up. With this deal, you can keep tabs on your home from virtually anywhere. Go for a run or a date night, or just stay home and feel the protection wash over you. Cozy, right? Get all the details at ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT.
Hey folks, it's Brian from Norfolk Power. Contractors, get in now and build your custom equipment package. Norfolk Power is a leading destination for your attachment needs, including diamond mulching heads, Encon rotators, and land pride construction attachments with aggressive financing options. Want to look stylish? Pull that equipment package with SD trailer. We have our Norfolk Power store in Texas at 508-384-0011. Norfolk Power, celebrating 50 years in business.
home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Derek White sets the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Jaylen Brown pulls Kessler out. Now starts the drive. He's going to attack him and throw it down hard with the right hand. Jaylen Brown went at the Giant, climbed the mountain, and slammed it home over Walker Kessler. Hardest working player of the game, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Engineers for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Power Tools, built to keep workers going at full strike. Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve. And Jaylen Brown, for nothing else, just that last dunk on Walker Kessler. That and the ninth three of the night for Sam Hauser, sealing the deal as the Celtics watch a 23-point fourth quarter lead disappear and then close the game 11-5 to beat the Jazz 114-108. They're all line drives in the box score. This was an interesting night. It wasn't, I think, the same demeanor that the Celtics played Portland and Philadelphia last week when they were so shorthanded. But again, this is where you are in the world, is that these are the kind of nights that at least if you don't feel great about it, at least you're coming out with a win.
Jimmy O'Brien says it best, it's a win. The opportunities for other guys, the one thing you're saying, those opportunities when you think about playing is this. You win basketball games, and it's going to be critical for guys who are going to be playing later on in other games that might be bigger games, but they need the rhythm, they need the confidence, and they need the opportunity.
So the Celtics had a bad fourth quarter tonight. There's no question about it. And the Utah Jazz, one of the most inept offensive teams in the league, scored 39 points in the fourth quarter and coming back.
Yeah, Utah.
Let me set you up for this. The Utah Jazz scored 39 points in the fourth quarter. If this happens on Wednesday night, the team the Celtics are welcoming in here will score more than 39 points.
Well, they'll score more than 39 points, but I would assume that your lineups are going to be completely different with the guy who's close to being the MVP in Jason Tatum.
So again, recapping sort of the top story report, Kristaps Porzingis at halftime tonight released a tweet on social media and all his different social medias, basically saying it's an unknown virus right now. He's not sure what it is. He's hoping to get back as soon as possible, but at least the issue was addressed as he missed another game tonight. Tatum expected back. You're going to have Horford back, and we can say games don't matter in the regular season. Sometimes they really do. Even the Celtics are going to be the number 2 seed in the East. We know this. 5 weeks left of the season. They're locked in so many different ways here. They extend their lead to 6 games on New York for the 3rd spot, plus they own a tiebreaker. But the Thunder got them, and they got them good in the fourth quarter in the game in January. And if everything goes according to plan in this half of the country, as far as what the thoughts in this building are concerned, the season that began with the Celtics raising a banner will end with quite possibly the OKC Thunder and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the other side, which is why Wednesday night really matters.
Yeah, need to send a message to these guys that, this is the team we have, and this is the team that can beat you.
All right, Celtics win this one, 114-108, 26